We are live, and I don't think I'm muted. So, okay. So we are in episode 4 of our Candlekeep Mysteries Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor chapter. I don't even know what chapter we're on if we're counting all of Candlekeep Mysteries or what episode we're on. I know exactly what chapter we're on, but um, episodes, I don't know. It's been a very long time. But in the last episode, in the last session, rather,
104.
104 total sessions.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, that's cool. Maybe you're keeping track. Um, in the last session, you had arrived at Waterdeep at the very beginning. You took a quick detour to go greet Cole's mother, who Cole had not seen in many a year. And there was a brief conversation. There was um, some animosity, I guess you could say, from the mother, kind of upset that Cole hadn't contacted her, bringing strange creatures into her house. But everything settled down. Things were discussed. She asked about your job. You kind of explained that you're here investigating, the plague and the curse and the sickness. And she again refused Cole's offer to leave. She was going to stay there, as that's where Cole's father had died, and showed off the beautiful flower that he'd grown into. But in the end, she did offer you all to stay at the house while you were still in Waterdeep, which you were for a couple days. On that first day, you went to go investigate the manor and met the butler, who informed you that, informed you more about the rumors and things like that. He offered you in, or invited you in, offered you drinks, and essentially told you and reaffirmed everything that you had already learned. That, let's see if I can. I don't even know where this guy is. Where are you, friend? That's weird. Oh, okay, here it is. Anyway, the manor that you were at now was previously owned by the Yellowcrest family, but is no longer. It's now the property of the Falgarst family, who was away on business. Arnulf was the butler. The family was confirmed to be killed one night, or at least the mother and the 3 children, Lady Maria, and then 4 servants were also all stabbed to death. And I'm not sure. I think I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I don't know if I ever got around to it, but Sarah's tongue has been removed, and it's confirmed that the other 3 servants all had their tongues removed as well. So, Lord Vialis was the sole survivor. He was apparently out of the city, came back to find out what had happened, but he was never accused of anything. He sold the manor shortly after that and all of the family's possessions. So essentially, this manor came fully furnished with everything that was in it, and he moved to a small village in the countryside, and then confirmed that there were a few tanneries, leatherworker shops, cobblers that were still under the trades ward that still belonged to Lord Vialis, but he never comes to Waterdeep himself and didn't really know much more about it. But Kiara was in the process of asking Arnulf about another individual that Sarah had mentioned, and that was, I'll forget his name forever, but it's Veckin, I think. Yep, Sir Veckin. And it just so happened that Sir Veckin showed up right at that time. He knocked on the door and kind of started to chastise Arnulf for leaving the door open again when you all encountered him. So he was he's a decently tall man, broad-shouldered, well-statured. He came in light armor, kind of just traveling wear, not anything nearly what you guys were in at the moment, but still, he looked prepared to defend himself if necessary. He was wearing a sword on his hip and was prepared to use it. He was, defensive at first, but you all kind of explained while you started to explain or at least give him the same excuse that you gave to Arnulf. And he quickly saw through it and didn't believe you. He recognized the gear that you were all wearing, explaining that simple record keepers don't usually travel like that, at least in his experience. But you quickly diffuse the situation with Arnulf's help. Arnulf, after mentioning Sarah's name, Vecin kind of faltered a bit. Clearly his demeanor changed. Rather than being defensive, he was nearly broken. And Arnulf explained that shortly after the murders, actually, Vecin signed on with the local militia, was instrumental in the defense of Waterdeep against a bandit lord and his army, so to speak, his own group of fighters. He was wounded in the conflict. His sword, or his helmet, was nearly rent in two, and cut off one of the horns on his helmet, which is why he's now known as Sir Vecin of the Broken Horn. And he was essentially, a hero. And he's very well respected in the area and in the city itself. Vecin goes on to explain that, after Sarah's death, he kind of didn't have anything else to live for, and just threw himself into a dangerous situation and was lucky enough to come out on the other side alive. And so now he spends his days taking care of his sick father and kind of, keeping an eye on the manor and the street, never really expecting to know or find out anything else. But, one day perhaps it would happen, and you all seem to be that one day. So you filled him in a little bit. I believe it was Kyle that decided to share everything with Sir Vecin. You explained that Sarah's spirit is in fact trapped in this plane of existence, attached to her journal or her diary that has made its way to Candlekeep, that she has communicated with you over the course of, a week or so, I would suppose, through Kyle and Alaric's interactions with the Lich. For whatever reason. And you guys have kind of discovered that it seems that Lord Vialis is connected to the Lich, or connected to that in some way, shape, or form. And so Sora led you to her journal. And you also mentioned to him that, she spoke of him fondly. I believe it was Kyle and Kiara who kind of brought that up, that Sir Vecin was mentioned in the journal, and that you all were here to not only investigate the potential spread or the potential connection to the plague, but also to aid Sarah in making sure that she is avenged and her spirit can go ahead and move on, as well as that of the Yellowcrest family and the other 3 servants. So Sir Vecin broke down in tears. He was clearly very upset by the news, but was thankful that you all were there. He shared what little he could. I don't think Sir Vecin even knew exactly where Vialis had gone, but he said that essentially he would offer you as close to free travel through the city of Waterdeep as he could. He would spread news to the guards that you were here on official business from Candlekeep and that they should assist you. He also went off to essentially tell you that he was going to do his best to find as much information as he could and report back to you, but he needed some time to think and needed to leave. So he did, and you all parted on good terms. And upon turning back to Arnulf, you found him passed out from all the wine that he had while you all were there. And so you did a quick cursory search of the house and found nothing. The house doesn't seem to be directly connected. I know Alaric was interested in some secret rooms, of which there were none. You did, in fact, go into the basement and find that there was only a wine cellar there. And you did go up to the upper floors to search the study that both Sarah Sarah conferred to both Kyle and Alaric. And unfortunately, the study didn't yield any results either. It's been 5 years. The house is just a house. The study is just a study. And so you were kind of forced to find information elsewhere. So you did. You left to go to the trade center, or the trade block, and contacted some of the companies or some of the businesses that Yellowcrest still owned. In fact, you did find some of them. I believe Kiara also used her background as a member of a guild of the blacksmithing guild or the smithing guild to get some more information there. And so you were pointed in the direction, and sure enough, you found a building with the Yellowcrest symbol on it. It was pretty subdued. It wasn't anything crazy. It didn't seem to like want to stand out much, but it did offer you some more information. I believe the first one didn't much, but the second one did. You offered some gold to buy some things. I think Kyle came out with some leather, and you were essentially informed that Farrell, Lord Vialis's business partner and friend, his closest confidant. He is the one that comes and handles business in Waterdeep for Lord Vialis. Lord Vialis has not been seen in 5 years, but Farrell comes about once every 10 days in order to give instructions, gather any funds, and to deliver payroll and the like, make sure the books are in the correct order. And then he disappears and is never, is not seen again for the next 10 days. But luckily, you all were told that he is due to arrive in the next 2 days and should be there on the morning of that second day. So you stayed with Cole's mom. You each worked on your own things while you could, did some gallivanting around the city and got some more information, worked on your own personal crafts. And on the morning of that second day, you went back to the trade district and found Farrell. He was exiting one of the shops, and he was accompanied by several other people, a couple in robes, a couple in some streetwear, and a couple in full armor that seemed to be pretty well armed. And so you approached the situation in various ways. Cole, Alaric stayed off to the side a bit. Cole decided to interact with the driver, Desmond, and kind of tried to do his flirting act, which kind of worked. But Kyle and Kiara kind of came up short. Farrell did not seem interested in giving any information about Lord Vialis, did not really offer up much, said that his business was his own. Kiara kind of tried to approach it in a sense that, hey, I'm a business owner, or I'm looking to get into the business and I was looking for assistance. And Farrell just shot you both down. But Cole was lucky enough to get at least a bit of information. And you have found out that it seems that when Farrell is not traveling to Waterdeep, he lives in a city or a town called Greenfast. It is about a day's travel southeast of Waterdeep. So if we're on the big map here, we can go up to, I think I should be able to sync you guys. I think I showed you at the end of the last session. But that being said, Waterdeep is here. Waterdeep is here where you guys are. About a day's southeast travel puts you on this river, which is the Desserin River. And it seems like Greenfast is located along along the river. So you can get that information however you like. It's not hard to do. But that is where we ended the session. Kyle attempted to latch on to the bottom of the cart and unfortunately was unable to hold on after it hit a pretty hard bump in the road, and I left you all there. So it is still the morning of that second day. There was some talk between the four of you as to whether it was best to make a plan and figure this out, or whether it was best to try and beat Farrell to Greenfast and leave as soon as possible. But that decision was not made one way or the other. So I will leave that up to you now. This map is pretty big. Everybody okay? Sound like somebody was convulsing.
Sorry, I was stretching.
Is that what that? All right. Stretching your
God.
gullet?
I
Like,
thought someone was dying.
holy shit. That was Kyle when he fell off the cart.
Yep.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
this map is a little big, but see if I can pull up another scene. I guess I could just, Waterdeep's not any bigger or smaller. It is, but it isn't. Let's pull up the street, just because it's probably the smallest map I have, and that makes the most sense. This is Delzorin Street. This was the street that the manor is on. I'll have everybody here go ahead and roll for their talking order, just like we always do, and then we can go about getting that. Why are my tokens?
Jesus.
There we go. All right. Looks like Alaric with a 17. We got Cole with a 15, and then Kiara, Kyle with a 10-5. So that is where we are at. I'm going to do it left to right because the map is too small for that. Doesn't really matter. It's going to change here. The map will change here in a second. I'm just doing this for talking order because nothing else here matters. This could be any street in Waterdeep. It's usually pretty busy and pretty hectic. So, yes, that is where we are going to leave off. You are on the street in front of one of the other shops. Kyle has just fallen off the wagon and it is off into the distance. It seems to be leaving or turning down a street wherever. It doesn't matter. You are either letting it go or trying to follow it or whatever you choose to do. So this is the order we're on. Are there any questions, comments, concerns before we get that going?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No questions.
Then, as always, the game is yours, and Alaric, you are up first.
So did we decide that we want to like beat them to the location since we know where they're going?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't decide.
Oh, we just
Or did we?
discussed it.
I thought
Yeah, we
we
just
agreed that we were gonna try
go
and
ahead.
go
Beat 'em.
there.
Okay.
I was thinking that we could, if any of us could locate like a shortcut or something, or we could just go follow. Because I know that Alari doesn't know these streets, so maybe Cole knows. Lark turns at Cole, asking, "Do you know the streets?" Just one of the-
Damn, Alar just said you're for the streets.
Thanks, Lark.
Not like that. It's not
I-
like
I know
No.
I live under like a mountain, but you know.
A literal rock. She literally lives, or he lives literally under a rock.
I didn't mean it like that. Stop. I'm
Mhm.
making it sound bad. Hmm. But do you, Cole?
uh, Our character would Cole know how to get there?
Are we talking about how to get to Green fast?
I think
Or are we talking about a way out of the city? Are we talking about shortcuts? Because I think Alaric mentioned something about a shortcut.
Yeah.
Uh, since the driver, what's his name again? Forgot. Uh, said
Desmond.
something about the yeah. Said something about where. What was his name again? The guy we're trying to question.
Pharaoh?
Yes, where he was like living, like,
Yeah, so as I mentioned
and
before,
we want to go there.
Cole for sure has probably heard of Green Fast before. It's it's a small town. It's not anything on the way, but some people stop there. It is up and down the river, so it's just a small little town. It doesn't really have much. However, yeah, Cole, you would know. Well, firstly, most of you probably know at this point if you've seen the map. There's really only three ways out of Waterdeep, right? You either go up, you go north, you go south, or you go west. Waterdeep is sitting up on top of this ridge, so you can certainly try to climb down, I guess. But you guys are currently, I guess, in the trade district over here, right? So it's really up to you. The most direct route and the only route that Cole would know is down the main road, which is, I don't even know if it's called the Tradeway up here or not. It might very well be. It is called the Tradeway. It's called the Tradeway all the way up and down. So the coastway goes to Baldur's Gate, and then the tradeway picks up. And so the only way really to get there is the tradeway. There's no real like shortcut.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
we're gonna need
Well,
horses
sure
though,
then.
because we don't have our horses. So that's my suggestion.
I don't.
Can I do just a ritual summon my horse?
You can do what you want. I don't think it actually is. It requires horses. It just says a day's travel southeast, so you could walk there, I guess, in a day. If you want horses, I guess we could make it 3/4 of a day. But
Well, the thing is, the point is that they're in a carriage and we're not.
correct.
And our
I
point
don't
is
think they're
to get
going.
there before them.
I don't think they're going there though.
They might not be going directly there, and even if they
Mhm.
did get there before us, I mean, maybe that would give him time to like get home and chillax, and like maybe his guard goes off and does their own things. Maybe he'd be less guarded since he thinks he's in the comfort of his own home.
Yeah.
Are we
I-
beating him up again? I mean, this time?
I mean, hopefully.
Mm, Yeah.
Okay.
Walking.
If there's no difference between getting a horse and just walking, then all right.
I don't.
Whatever for me.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, there being a difference is a matter of opinion, I suppose. What I'm seeing is that, again, this is just what I'm looking at. It's a day's travel from. It just says a day's travel. It doesn't include a horse. It doesn't use a carriage. Kyle, to your point, yes, they are right. They are in a horse and carriage, right? As far as the difference, though, if they're leaving right now, you have to go get horses and then go. And if you try to race them, you're gonna pass them, right? Like there's only one road to get there. So that's what I'm saying is like, that as far as there being a difference, there's always a difference, but is it gonna matter? And I don't know. That's for the world. I guess I do know, but you don't know, and I can't tell you.
I don't think it'd be the worst thing to get there after him, because I mean, he'd probably be super freaked out if he got there and then saw us after what happened in the street.
Mm,
Thing is, though, would he still have his bodyguards with him there?
I mean, once he gets there, I don't think so. But you never know. I mean, they'll obviously be with him on the road and shit. But once he gets back to Greenfest, they could leave him be. They could end up just guarding like the outside of the part of the house. I don't know.
I don't think that the carriage will be going really fast. You know?
Yeah, but we don't want. I don't know. I don't know if we want to. Do we want to run into him on the road? Because I mean, what if Vialis is in Greenfast? So if we get there a little after, we can watch him and see where he goes and who he talks to as well.
Or we could cut him off in the middle.
Yeah, but if we do that, we might not ever know where Vialis is.
Yeah.
Mm,
So if we get there
ooh,
and watch him, he might lead us straight to Vialis, and might not even have to fuck with him.
ooh. I say we just go on foot behind them.
Plan B, stalk him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So yeah, then you guys can get settled for a trip. You decide to go on foot and just follow along after. Give him some time to, in fact, get settled and maybe even forget about you, right? It's who knows. Waterdeep is a big city, so it's possible that Farrell communicates with plenty of people, just like you know, in regards to business ventures and things like that. So, where originally your plan was to try to rush ahead and beat him to green fast, you decided that might not be the best course of action. So how long Are you guys planning on staying there? Does anybody have, are you just kind of preparing to walk and preparing to travel, or is there anything anybody would like to do kind of last minute in Waterdeep before you head out to Greenfast?
I don't have anything to do other than get
No,
ready.
nothing.
I gotta tell my mom that I'm leaving again.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. So,
Do you need backup?
yeah. Um, you can go ahead and do that. She offers you, you know, some light provisions and stuff. It's just a day's travel, so she's pretty adamant to expect you back in the next day or so. Well, next couple of days. She's not entirely sure of your business there, but again, you've been there a couple days already. She offers you, you know, a couple meals so you can be on your way, and she, you know, encourages you to be careful and again, more or less demands that you be back in time for dinner, you know, in 3 days from now, more or less. So, yeah. Anything else? Anybody else? Alaric, you were up first. Anything that you wanted to do in Waterdeep before you leave?
No, I'm
No?
good. We're ready.
Perfect.
Alaric is ready.
Okay. Cole said bye to his mom. Kiara's good to go. Said there was nothing else. Kyle, is there anything you want to do in Waterdeep before?
Nope, I'm ready.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, the road is relatively uneventful. There's nothing really going on. It is the trade. It is, you know, the tradeway. It is the high road. So there are, um, there are several people on it. Right. This is the coastal road. When you get north of, you know, get north of Baldur's Gate. Really, there's no other road to take. It's pretty well traveled. And as far as that, you see plenty of guards. You see plenty of people um, in armor and with you know, crests on their breastplates and on their chest pieces and things like that. People carrying standards. You see carts coming up and down between here and Daggerford and several other places. It's just a very common travel. So you make it there pretty easily. You do have to set up camp at the very base of the river, as you found out that Greenfast is indeed further up the river. But it's again an easy track. This path is a little less traveled, I would say, um, than the tradeway or the high road rather. Tradeway, it's all the same to some extent, but still, you make it there no problem at all. But yeah, this does sit along a broad creek that does flow into the Desserin River. So we can just consider it, like I said, somewhere up here. Not really that big of a deal. You do find some, you know, travelers that tell you about it. Greenfest is a pretty prosperous community. Their farmers take advantage of their proximity to the tradeway to sell to both Waterdeep and Daggerford. They have a lot of farmland. They have some vineyards there. So while they're a pretty close-knit family, they do pretty well for themselves. Or I say family, but close-knit town, they do pretty well for themselves. And, you know, they've expanded over the years. So I will pull up Greenfast for you. Boom. So it doesn't really matter. Let's say I don't want to turn it a bit so that it makes more sense. But let's do this, actually. Don't touch anything. Boop. Okay. Let's lock this again. So Mel's not moving my boat again. There we go. All right. We're going to say that you guys are coming in from the south down here. And, oh, okay. I was thinking my tokens rotated. My tokens didn't rotate. My tokens completely shifted. So give me 1 second to get this fixed. I think. Anyway, I'm sorry. You guys can go ahead. You've arrived in the village. I'll move my tokens as you guys are talking. Feel free to do what you need to do. Talking order is still the same. Good talk.
Alaric, that's you.
Let me move. It's a nice place, and I cannot keep my head from turning. Can I spot where they stopped again?
Can you spot who stopped?
Hello?
What are you talking about?
Like the carriage when we were trying to follow?
You're not following a carrot. You went like half a day after they are, so they're at least half a day ahead of you and on horses.
And Lark will turn to his team and ask if we got any description of where he was staying. Or we could ask perhaps.
We didn't get a description where he was staying. Or we only got the name of the village. But that's it.
Okay, can Alaric see anybody outside who's like, I don't know, in a good mood to talk?
I mean, there's villagers all around doing things. Nothing too major. It's a little village. We'll say in the middle of the day.
Alaric will try to approach someone. And wait, what? Can I ask outside, out of character? What time is it? Like at game?
Like midday.
Like, is it afternoon? Okay.
Yeah, you guys left around midday on left midday yesterday. You had to camp. You made a day's travel or half day's travel. You had to camp at night on the tradeway, and then made your way up to Greenfast in about a same amount of time. So midday.
Yeah, he will approach someone and I will say like good afternoon. Uh, we're new here, but we're looking for the residents of what was his name again?
Feral.
Yeah. Oh,
This villager doesn't seem to know anything about a feral necessarily. There's many people have been coming into the village lately, and it's grown quite a bit. But she does inform you that if you go up the road a ways, the mayor's house is up on the right, and she might be able to give you more information.
okay, thank you very much. Let me see. Try to see. Is it this one? Oh, wait, how do I? Yeah, is it this one
I mean,
or that one?
no, it'll be this one, but yeah.
All right. That's all my questions.
Okay.
Cool.
So we know where he is then?
You know where the mayor
It
is.
seems like they don't know any person. Uh, beside that, the mayor might be able to help us more than the villagers.
Can I see if I see the carriage anywhere, like in front of a house or something?
Oh,
Sure.
we arrived way before.
You can
Oh, we arrived before the carriage.
No.
No.
you can roll for a perception check if you want to.
Okay. $24.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that matches. There's a couple of wagons and things around that you can just you can just see around the various houses, but nothing that matches the description of what you saw in Waterdeep. There are some ruts in the road that could indicate the travel of, again, carriages and wagons, but there's really no indication of where the wagon you're following could have possibly gone. It's it's going to be hard. It's like trying to follow someone's footsteps on a paved road, right? There's not given with the information you have, there's no way to really know where it went, and you don't see it.
Then I guess we'll have to talk to her. Unless Kyle and Kiara have a different opinion.
I'm down to head up to the mayor's house, and if we see something while we're walking, then even better.
I agree.
I
Okay.
like that idea.
Okay. So you do make your way up through the road. Again, it was probably like the first house. There's people walking in and out of the village. There's people tending to things. And it is midday, so people are out doing chores. People are working their yards and their fields and their crops and their whatnot. And some people are just relaxing. So the first people you talk to seem to be as helpful as they could be. You didn't recognize the name Farrell, but pointed you in the mayor's house. And you make it up under the bridge. You notice that you've this city, even though it's I say city, it's a little village, but the stream that runs through the village is circumvented by bridges. There do seem to be some ridges along the way as well. So some of these houses are up on hills. And so you go under the bridge, and one of the first bigger buildings that you see there on the left has a sign out front that says the Bulging Cauldron. It has a nice little small, warm, homey feel to it. And it does seem like there are people both eating, that people are coming in and out for like a midday meal. There's people even sitting outside along some benches and some tables. This is clearly the village inn, and it's probably one of the nicer ones you guys have seen since you've been out on the road. It's definitely much more comfortable, I would say, than you might consider for a village of this size. It's well kept, and people seem to frequent it. So,
Do you guys want to check it out first?
Yes.
I like
The-
that very much, please.
Sure thing.
okay, yeah. So you do go inside, and the comfort on the outside seems to match the comfort on the inside. It's not too crazy. It's not packed or anything, as most people are still out working. But the people that are, some of them are sitting together, some are off to themselves. And behind the bar is an older man who is in an old flannel shirt and a riding hat, which is kind of interesting as he's inside. But he is rocking it. But kind of get an idea. I know he doesn't have a hat on, but there's your guy. I don't have a portrait for him. But yeah, you see, you walk in the door and step inside, and sure enough, the barkeep greets you. Good afternoon. We don't get travelers around here often. How can we help you today? Please have a seat.
I'm going to immediately sit down and ask for a pint.
Yeah. Not a problem. He is more than happy to oblige that. And I don't even remember how much it is, but I'll look it up in a second.
Okay.
But he certainly does. A pint of mead or ale or whatever you want.
Meat's good.
Perfect. There it is. All right.
I'll have some of that too.
Perfect. You can all have some.
I have a cup of water, please.
Water it is. And anything for you, my lithe friend. Pointing at Cole.
Huh?
Would you like something to drink? Your friends are partaking.
Oh, right. I'll have the same as my best friends.
All right. So the water is free, no charge on the water, but the ale is going to be 4 copper pieces per mug. So you guys can all deduct that from your character sheets. But he certainly does come back and brings everything. The water is actually nice and cold. The ale is also chilled, and it's all pretty good. It's pretty clean, pretty nice water. Can I offer you all a meal? You seem to have been traveling quite a bit. Based on the dust on your shoes. Would you like anything to eat?
What's the special today?
Oh, today, let's see. We have some nice mutton. I got it from the butcher down the street. We have obviously our bread and our cheese here is quite good. We make it all here in the village. But all together, it's about let's see. Cheese is a silver piece. Generally, bread is something, or is 2 copper pieces. Meat is 3 silver pieces. So all for 5 silver pieces. We'll get you the full meal.
I'll do it.
I'll get everything.
Perfect. 1, 2. Cole and Kyle.
I'll get. Do you have any almonds, peanuts?
I might have some nuts. Back there. A couple copper pieces will cover you. Would you like some bread to go along that, or just the nuts?
Just the nuts.
Just the nuts. All right. Perfect. So yeah, 2 copper pieces for you, Kyle and Cole. Anything?
The same as my best.
Oh, right. 5 silver pieces it is. So you guys can deduct that. But yeah, he certainly does. So he brings you back. He offers you your drinks. He goes and gets your food. Comes back with a nice bowl of some almonds for Kyle, as well as 3 loaves of bread, a hunk of cheese a piece, and a chunk of some nice mutton, all laid on a plate and a nice little gravy for you. So pretty nice little meal. It's nothing too crazy, but it's a good solid lunch, right? Yeah, and he offers you is what brings you to Greenfast? It's a little way off the trade way. We don't get too many travelers here.
We're just here for I forgot his name again. I'm sorry. I don't have my notes with me.
Carol?
Yeah. That guy. We have some business.
Farrell. I don't know. The name doesn't ring too many bells. It sounds somewhat familiar, but I'm not sure I could point him out in a crowd. Do you know what
Where's
his
a stupid hat?
And he's a drow.
Yeah, damn. Alark will look at Cole like, God, no filter.
well, a drow in a hat, huh? Now that maybe I can remember. Farrell, yes. Lord Vialis's aide, yes. I believe they do live in the northern part of the village. They don't come to us often, but I've seen him passing up and down the road. Usually Farrell heading in or out on that or in that gaudy carriage of his. But yes, yeah. Farrell is he lives in the house up north.
Is that the same house that Lord Bialis is in?
No, Vialis lives on the to the west a little bit. down the same road. If you go up here, if you go out the door into the north and cross the bridge, if you keep following to the west, I believe that path will lead you right up to Lord Vialis's house. But if you cross the bridge and take the northern path, that should lead you up to Farrell. I believe he's in one of the western houses.
Okay, thank you.
Lark will literally stop chewing for a bit, and he will look at everybody like, okay.
Are you concerned that he knows where everybody lives?
Yeah,
He's the bartender. He
He's a
Yeah.
might have had to
I
carry a few
mean,
of them to their beds.
yeah, there, Hoser.
Well, thank you so much
Sure, sure.
for.
But what business do you have with? Well, I assume your business isn't with Farrell, as he seems to just be a gopher. But Lord Vialis, he doesn't usually speak with business partners. Is everything all right?
Should we stick with the story we had for Farrell?
Yeah, you're a business part looking for a business partner,
Okay.
and you're a blacksmith.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm a blacksmith and I just wanted to be able to speak with Lord Vialis because I'm trying to open up my own shop and I was looking for a generous patron to assist me in getting my my shop off the ground and running. And I prefer to speak face to face with my business partners or future business partners.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's
Can a lark help with like saying that she is the best blacksmith in all
Uh,
Waterdeep
yeah.
and
I mean,
across the city?
you can help him, I suppose, or help her, I suppose. You can talk
Ooh,
her up, or you can share little tidbits.
I'll I'll
Hell yeah.
I'll also like w- uh I don't know, a signal to call to show the dart that Kiara gave him.
Oh, the seeker dart that has all the pretty
Yeah,
carvings in
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna like show it off and be like, "My best friend made this. She's the best blacksmith ever, ever."
Well, Kiara, go ahead and roll with advantage. You got some help. It
Okay.
seems like
I love you
everyone's
guys.
sticking to the story. Probably for the best.
Oh my god. Okay, a 14.
Yeah. He kind of gets a look at you. He takes a look at you and Miss, I have no doubt that you're a good blacksmith, and this pretty dart here, if you really did make it, I'm sure your skills would be well appreciated here or anywhere else. But again, he takes a look at all of you and says, "I may be the barkeep of a small village, but I know adventurers when I see one. You're certainly not a business lady." And he kind of looks again up and down your armor and looks down at Kyle and I've not even seen your kind before, to be honest with you, sir, but I don't know how many traveling merchants look like you. And then he looks over at Alaric in his hooded cloak with his red glowing eyes and the smoke billowing out from his tunic and everything. Not really, not literally, but um, you, sir, look like you're
I like that. Let's keep it.
you look like you'd be more at home in the hells than you are up here. And then looks at Cole and, well, you look like some traveling minstrels I've seen, but I don't know about business acumen. So I understand if you don't want to share your business with me, but I'm not so sure if Lord Vialis is looking for business partners like you. If you get my meaning, maybe he needs them. He could certainly use a good kick in the butt, in my opinion, but I'm not sure he'd be welcome to those kinds of business propositions.
Well, that's your opinion.
Oh,
We need his.
well, we could okay. So, um yes, I understand that we don't look like your usual merchants. It's just I've done adventuring. I found this group to try and raise money to get my forge started. I came back from fighting and I'm ready to settle down, but I had to earn money some way. I was just hoping to speak with Lord Vialis and inquire of his business, opportunities to see if it could get me out of this lifestyle sooner.
Well, your business, Lord Vialis, is your own, but I've said my piece, and your friend here doesn't seem too interested in that piece that I have, even though he seemed interested in my nuts a few seconds ago. But regardless, I've told you all I can. Lord Vialis is to the north. Yeah, what you do with that information is up to you, but I wish you luck on whatever business ventures you might have.
Well, I appreciate your time and your information, and I appreciate the hot meal. It's been wonderful, and I'm going to put down a gold piece for him.
He kind of shrugs it off, and I'm glad you liked the meal, but I don't need your gold. Sounds like if you truly are the businesswoman you say you are, you could use all the gold you need to get that business running. So you show that to Lord Vialis and show him how successful you are. Doesn't do me any good here. And he kind of takes away whatever empty plates or cups are around and goes into the back to essentially start cleaning up.
Mm.
I'm gonna turn to the party and be like, he's kind of rude.
He just doesn't trust us.
You lied to him.
Yeah.
And then Kyle told
Well,
him his
still.
opinion didn't
Fair
matter.
enough.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't say it didn't matter.
You literally said that's your opinions. Lord Vialis is the one that matters.
It
That's literally what you said.
like an ill intent,
That's what you said.
but okay.
Way to go,
I
Kyle.
don't know. How would anybody else take that? Like, you pretty much said, I don't fucking care what you said. I only care what Lord Vialis said. That's
Well,
But it's
I
like,
don't know.
oh,
That's
no,
not my
no.
intention, but okay.
Hey,
So whenever you say something like that, it comes off as like very passive aggressive, borderline aggressive aggressive.
we have to teach Kyle the difference between passive aggressive and yeah.
Yeah.
look,
All right.
Kyle had lost so much, so forgive his boldness,
yeah. Well, too late now. He's in the back, crying.
Well, I'm down to head up to Vialis's place, but I gotta step away to go get a water. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Be back at 1:05. I gotta let Code outside anyway, so be right back.
Okay.
Come on, Coda Bear. Let's go outside.
Okay.
Right, is everybody back?
I'm here.
Yo.
Bernadette, Mel, are you there?
Mhm.
Bernadette's back.
Mm-hmm.
We're just waiting for Mel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, we're back. Okay. So you have wrapped up your meal, brief as it was, with the barkeep there. And he kind of gave you some information, but, um, you know, realized that you weren't entirely being truthful with him. And so it's up to you what you decide to do now. Yep. All right. So the information you have right now is that this is the inn. It's called the Bulging Cauldron. You have the mayor's house up on the top right, or up on the right here. And then you know that, I'll just point it out because it doesn't really matter. Lord Vialis's manor is up here in this area, and Farrell's house is, actually, I think it's here. Oop.
I was gonna suggest that we straight up go to Lord Viala's place and see, just look, see what we find. Like, is it heavily guarded? Is it like too much fencing or whatever is that? Is there, you know?
I just realized something. Are we killing him? We're killing him, right?
Well, we need to find out where the remains are,
Or yeah, okay. Totally
and
forgot that
we
part
need
too.
to bring him to justice, whether that means finding proof and turning him in or killing him. I don't know.
Mhm.
So are we going?
I say yes.
I'm allowing you guys to discuss your stuff. And Alaric is up
I'm
first.
just thinking, I'm just thinking, if we go there and we tell him, "Oh, you did this and that," he's just gonna deny it, is he? We don't really have proof or someone with us say like a witness or something. Or do you think like taking in the drow tell us everything? Maybe we could find something on him.
Mhm.
Yara just wants to punish the bad man.
Something tells me not to rush it. Let's just go to the Drow's house first. You know, we could beat him up if you like, for more information. but at least we can search his place and maybe find records or anything that indicates like what happened in the past. If there isn't anything, I mean, we could just go in there.
Yeah,
At
but
least
what
we
if he like yells or has some kind of like security setup thing and he alerts Bialis to something's wrong?
good point.
And it's okay. I can silence him. Literally, it's a spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you
Kiara's
meant
like,
like
it's like
murder.
Kiara can silence him too, just maybe a little more permanently.
Yeah, a little chokehold.
I was just gonna rip his tongue out.
Or that too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what's everybody thinking? Like, straight to Vialis or the Drow?
Go Cole.
What?
What?
It's your turn.
Oh,
Thing.
Cole, yeah.
Let me think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All eyes on Cole while Cole is thinking.
He's he's like rubbing his eyebrows like hmm. Kiara, what do you think? I'll follow Kiara.
My friend,
I
you need
think
to make
you're.
your own choice because I
Uh,
want to go straight to Vialis.
I was gonna say Kiara just wants to beat up the bad guy right off the bat, and
And
I suggest that we go to Drow first, find more evidence, and then beat up Vialis.
I guess we should investigate Pharaoh and see if he has anything to help.
Kiara's just gonna look at Cole like, what the fuck, dude?
I'm sorry, our new friends make good points. Except for Kyle, he kind of wants to kill people. I think.
She's gonna
Whoa,
huff and
whoa.
cross her
Don't
arms.
just assume that. I just wanted to silence him and
That
try my
could
new
mean
magic
another.
fingers on him.
That
Oh.
could mean a different thing, my dude.
Not like that, Kiara. Come down.
Phrasing.
First it's the nuts thing, now it's the silence thing. What the heck?
What nuts? These nuts.
Uh, no, that guy's nuts. I point to the
Kyle,
partisan.
calm
Oh, you want
down.
that guy's
Calm
nuts?
down, Kyle.
No, not literally. Anyways, Alaric has a point. We need
The
more
nut?
information.
Okay.
After that, if he has nothing, let's go murder that stupid Bialis.
Maybe let's not talk about murdering people in the middle of the town.
Yeah, people are starting to stare.
I mean, use the magic fingers. Oh,
No.
there.
All right. So it sounds like the consensus has been to at least try to gather some more information from Farrell before we head off to Lord Vialis' home. So you do leave the bar. Your tabs are paid off. No issues there. You go ahead and head up, and sure enough, as you do, you come up to the middle of the town. You see a bridge up on your left, and over the hill there is a woman up there working, tending to some gardens up on the hill and turning some things. And she kind of glances out over you and waves a bit, and continues working. So Alaric, given you've got new information, anything else you'd like to do?
Before I ask anything, When I zoom in, does it zoom in for everybody too?
No.
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 Yeah, Uh,
I had sync view on, so if I'm zooming, it'll zoom for you guys, but I just turned it off, so you guys can zoom, but I think
Okay.
it's probably because you're synced up with mine.
I was
You were.
trying to zoom in, but it keeps zooming it out. I was like, oh God, am I messing it up for someone?
No, it's my fault. I thought it was
It's too
scene
small.
specific, so when I had you on the big Sword Coast map, I was zooming into Waterdeep for you, but apparently it kept the setting when I switched over to the scene, so it should be good now. You should be able to do whatever you want with your map.
So Alaric is just gonna, I don't know, wave and continue up his way. Avoid the mayor.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't know if it's fair, but I just read it. But yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
he
fine.
just wants to go to the mission.
Yep, perfectly fine.
Cool.
Oh, I'll wave to the lady too.
And I will wave with a big smile as well.
Are
Yeah,
we all
let's
just
just
waving
show
at her?
her.
I don't know if we should talk to her or not. Like you guys said that you wanted more information. So
I
we could ask her
I just,
things like how long Bialis has lived here, things like that.
in all honesty, Alaric's train of thought is she's probably gonna be suspicious and all that stuff since we're all up to no good when we go to the house of uh the drow. I don't know. I'm not trying to lie more and expose what we're really here for. So that's why he's trying to avoid.
Avoidance is also very suspicious.
True.
Rue.
Like
You could
she doesn't
talk to her.
recognize us, so
Alaric is just gonna try to be friendly. Like he's just here for peacefully. He's not trying to do anything shady.
Your arm twitching.
Yeah, definitely. His arm behind the back.
I guess we're not talking to her then.
Okay. So it sounds
Still,
like
I think. Uh,
Hmm?
I was gonna say it's still Mel's turn. Don't know if she wants to ask questions or not.
no, she waved and with a big old smile on her face. That's what she said. Now it's Kyle's
Oh
turn
yeah, yeah.
technically, and then
Oh, yeah.
Kyle said, "I guess we're all just waving and going."
Yep, where we go.
All right. So yeah, you meet or you see the mayor, you see the lady, or at least for the mayor's house. She waves, you all wave back, and continue across the bridge. And it seems like you've already made your decision to go up to Farrell's house. So we can go ahead and just make that happen as well. You guys decide to take the north path. As the barkeep said, the western path will lead to Vialis' house, while the northern path leads to Farrell. And so you do. You follow this northern path all the way up, and you come to this little crossroads, it seems. And listening to the barkeep again, you remember that Farrell's house is one of the western ones. So you come up to this little branch right here, and you have a couple choices. So I'll leave it to each of you. You can either check the north house or the southern house.
Southern.
Yeah, southern. Why not?
Yes.
Okay. So you all approach the southern house together.
Maybe not. Maybe like
I
some
thought
of us.
Should we
we should
split up?
scout.
Let's say maybe some of us can go around the back and like look in windows, kind of a thing.
Yes,
Okay.
stealthily, of course.
So you get into this. Oh, all right. Well, you guys do you then.
Should
So you're at.
should I keep a sorry, should I keep a lookout to make sure no one's like getting suspicious of us?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Okay. So
Lark, my or. Uh,
what? Lark will want to what?
go
You
ahead.
move your tokens. It is you. You're in whatever order you want to go in, or you're in talking order. So you choose what your character is going to do and move your character where they need to go, and then tell me what you're doing.
I was gonna say, Lark is gonna try to look from the back, like windows, like just in a peek a little bit, like still stealthy. Try to be as stealthy as possible, and yeah, try to look through the windows, see if anyone inside
Okay.
or around
Um,
even.
are these tall trees or just bushes?
We'll say that a combination of both, I suppose. Some of the taller trees in the middle, but it's definitely considered cover one way or the other.
Which one are you looking? Which house are you looking? Alright.
Uh, this one. Hello. Ah, my god, I can't even point. Yeah, this one.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go because we don't know which house it is, right? These three.
I'll tell you this. This
Yeah,
over
well,
here looks like a barn,
Mm-hmm.
and these two are houses. This here looks like a barn, and this looks like a kind of like a stable, like a small stable.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then I'll go and look into this house then, but stealthily.
Okay.
Mm, I'm just hesitant to go up because I already had a bad experience with them.
Right.
I mean, I guess.
Maybe you can keep a lookout, then Cole can.
Well, it depends on how we want to
search.
approach this. Do we want to immediately like grapple him? Because I can do that.
True.
Like, knock, knock, motherfucker. Who's there? Me.
Mhm.
And, and it's weird we haven't even seen any guards yet, or his cart. I guess they haven't
Can we
arrived yet.
just, like see if one like if you two are looking inside the houses, maybe one of y'all can see him and then alert us to which house it is?
Okay.
So you and Cole are just chilling out on the road.
Um,
Maybe you should hide.
I'm just yeah, go over here. A little off to the side.
Okay. Okay. Then everyone here, go ahead and roll your stealth checks first.
Hmm.
You're.
It seems like you're trying to do this nonchalantly, non-descriptively, stealthily, one might say.
Oh, dirty 20.
Nice.
Cole, quit your shit. You're gonna get us caught.
I'm sorry. He puts his loot away.
What the fuck? Yeah, 19.
Okay. Alaric's lost a bit of his stealth, but still somewhat stealthy. Still waiting on the.
She's
She
not
said,
there.
"Be right back." She's deafened.
Okay, Alaric fails.
No,
Um,
Ah,
don't punish us.
well, not my fault. So Kyle, Kiara, Cole, you all, nothing really seems to come of your little escapade, or so to speak. You're sneaking into the brushes. Kyle tries to sneak around the other side of the house. Kyle, go ahead and give me a perception check. Alaric tries to sneak around the back, but he's seen by the little old lady that seems to live in this house here. She kind of gets a look at him, and she looks like she's putting a fresh baked pie out on the windowsill. And so she gets a look at Alaric and kind of gives him a dirty look, and then pulls the pie back from the windowsill and closes the window and closes the curtains on him and disappears with her pie.
Where was this at?
The house that he was looking at.
Hmm.
Kyle, you rolled a 21 total with your perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, it doesn't seem like there's much to see. All the windows seem to be curtained closed. You do a quick cursory check around the house. From your angle, from what you can see, all the curtains are drawn. It's not possible for you to tell anything. You make your way around without any issues. No one seems to spot you, or nothing out of the ordinary seems to appear. But you don't seem to notice anything either. Kiara and Cole, not really much is happening. You can see a couple people working in a farm, or working on their crops, or their plot of land over here. Other than that, you hear voices, people talking over the stream, so to speak, but nothing out of the ordinary stands out to either of you either. So, right now we'll skip Alaric. Alaric is embarrassed by being caught by an old lady trying to cool her pie down. So we'll just skip straight to Cole.
So
Back. Sorry.
You were embarrassed by an old lady.
Me? Oh
Yeah, you.
shit. What I do?
Failed your stealth check, and you were caught by an old lady trying to cool her pie, and she took it from you. Thought you were going to steal it. Thought you were a pie stealer.
Ma'am, I don't want your pie. It smells delicious, but yeah.
Your explanation falls on deaf ears. She's gone. She doesn't trust you. You're a vagabond, a ruffian.
Yeah. Alaric suffers -1 mental damage.
All right. So that's the information you have at the moment. Alaric is back. So now that you've been embarrassed, like I said, you see the old lady in this old house. So you can share that information with the party. You can rejoin them if you so choose. Kyle, whatever
Yeah.
you decide to do, if you're going to stick on that side or signal to the others or whatever. But start with Cole again. Well, what do you got? Give me the information.
well, there's just farmers on that side. What about you guys? Anything?
Just
I'm-
was embarrassed.
I'm down to just knock on the door, and if it's him, I'll just punch him and try and tie him up.
Maybe we should restrain instead of punch. No?
But I'll knock him out though.
I'm pretty sure once you punch him, he'll probably gonna die.
Fair enough.
Can I climb the chimney up top here stealthily?
Ooh.
You want to try to climb up like Santa Claus onto the roof and go down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me another stealth check.
Okie dokie. And when I'm at the top, if the group sees me, I'll signal that, like, uh, in a way that, like, I can't see through the windows, so I need to get closer. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. It's up to them whether they know what you mean.
Okay. I was trying to make sure that he knew what I meant, but
I think I can understand it.
yeah.
Oh,
26.
Yeah,
nice.
you go ahead and find an easy way. It looks like there's like a little overhang, a little porch on the back there that you can scamper up and then get onto the roof pretty easily. As far as at the top of the um at the house, I mean you're on top of the chimney, you've made it up there just fine. And you do get a decent view of everything around you. You can see that you can see again that the barn is over here. We'll say that there's some upper windows maybe that you can look into. You see your friends obviously still over here. You can go ahead and try to kind of get their attention. They're looking out for you. You're on top of the roof now, so it's kind of hard to miss you from outside anyway. What exact now that you're up on the roof and you made it up there, to the best of your knowledge, unaccounted for? What is your primary goal now that you're up here?
Is the chimney on?
You mean is there fire coming out of it?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I'd say no. There's currently not a fire. It's the middle of the day, so probably not a fire going.
Okay.
You're trying to go down the chimney.
Let's go. Yes.
But I'll wait for you guys to approach the door. Or
Okay.
should I not? I don't know.
So Kyle's gonna make little walking signals and all that kind of stuff to show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Understood. I'm gonna relay it to the group. Let's move. Yes.
Okay, let's
Yes.
move. Yes.
Okay, so the party is approaching the house. All right, Kyle is on top of said house. It looks like Kiara is leading the group. Now that you're all here, we'll go back into this talking order. What do we got? Again, as you all get closer to the front of the house, you can kind of see the same thing that Kyle saw from behind. All the windows are shuttered or curtained. The door is obviously closed and secured. Nothing really seems apparent from the outside. It does look like a comfortable cottage, but you really can't see much of the inside at the moment. So, Alaric, you are obviously at first. What do you got?
Um. Wait, did we walk in or are we just looking through the window right
You were
now?
just at the front of the
While we-
house. You've approached it. Kyle's on the top, like a furry reindeer, and then the rest of you are approaching the house,
So
For reindeer.
what?
like Santa
What
Claus.
Alaric is
Reindeer,
gonna.
clip,
Oh, right.
clip, clop, clip, clop. I guess
Alaric is gonna knock the door, knock on the door, not knock the door down. No, knock on the door 3 times, and he'll step aside so Kiara can take the rest.
Okay, but pause.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Should Cole maybe be the one at the front since he has the charisma? And then if it
Uh,
fails, like if Farrell's like, "Oh, fuck this," then I can just like shove my hand out and keep the door open. Like I can
sure.
kind of stand more on the side where he can't necessarily see me.
we'll have
Yeah,
10
you know
seconds to
what?
decide
I'll be
because
on the.
Alaric already knocked on the door.
All right, we're done. It's decided. I made the choice. Boom.
Mhm.
Cole, be ready.
Okay.
Alaric is on the other side.
Okay. So sure enough, after a few brief seconds, you all hear some shuffling and some moving inside, and yeah, our good friend Farrell does approach the door. And I'm sorry, Kiara, Alaric, are you off to the side? Are you attempting to hide, or are you just off, like standing next to Cole?
I'll
Um,
attempt to hide. Alaric is attempting to hide.
I'm just chilling there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Alaric, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. I'm gonna need you to describe how exactly you're attempting to hide. because we are in the middle of the day at somebody's front door.
Uh, he's just on the other side where, you cannot really see unless you're walked, like you're out. If he's out, then that's different story.
Okay, so you're like trying to plant yourself up against the wall as close as you can, hoping that he's just inside and won't be able to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for that. Kiara seems like she's just standing a little bit back and farther away from Cole, as Cole is the first person that Farrell sees.
Oh,
Damn.
Alaric,
yeah.
okay, an 8. So Farrell kind of takes a look at you and looks up and down Yara again, and didn't we just recently meet? I believe I told your friend that I had no business with you and that Lord Vialis would not either. And weren't there more of you? And he kind of sticks his head out, and sure enough, Alaric is like standing up against the wall, just like kind of.
Hi. Hello.
You
Can I help you?
you followed me to my home. This is very unusual. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I have no business with you.
Oh God.
Cole,
Well,
magic.
Do something.
well, I'm not. Well, I'm sure you would want to reconsider because it's it's a great deal. I'm sure your employer would be very interested in it.
Great or not, Lord Vialis has no interest in expanding his businesses or his properties. He is a very solitary man after the incident, which I'm sure you've heard of and are attempting to take advantage of. Please, leave.
Take advantage.
We're not here to take advantage of him. It's honestly a really great business. I can assure you it is.
Go ahead and roll, I guess in this case it'd be deception again.
Can I like be holding up my other 2 seeker daggers like as an example to give assistance to Cole?
21.
Let's see,
Unless he doesn't need it with that roll.
I'll tell you if he needs it or not. If he kind of looks at all of you, and um, if I listen to you for 5 minutes, will you leave my house?
Yes, that's perfect.
Yara's gonna say sure and just kind of like pushes past to go sit down.
It
Mark
knocks
with
Cole
her.
into a lark.
Thank you so much. You won't regret this. Thank you so much.
He
Lark will.
he's like, yes,
No,
yes,
never mind.
please make yourselves at home. I'm going to open a window. I'm going to need some fresh air in here. So he lets you all in. I assume Kyle's still up on the roof, and Alaric, are you going? So Kiara's inside. Cole, are you going inside?
Yeah.
Kiara, I'm sorry, Alaric.
I was gonna say he might want to whistle towards Kyle like a signal that we could come in.
Kyle can hear. I mean, he's on the roof. He's not like in an alternate dimension.
Okay. Then
Um,
yeah, Lark is gonna walk in too.
could they still see me from the roof?
They're inside now. No one can.
Okay. Um, then I'll keep a lookout while I'm on the roof. I want to stay the high ground just in case guards come by.
Okay. So are you trying to like be inconspicuous at this point?
No, I want to be stealthy as possible.
It is inconspicuous. So I need you to go ahead and roll a stealth check then.
Okay.
Everyone else can go ahead and go inside. Cole, Kiara, Alaric, you see that the place is filled with business records and correspondence. It seems like the house doubles as both a room, like a place to live, as well as an office. And even in the living space, the front living space is pretty decorated with a bunch of papers and books and things like that.
Question.
Answer.
The boots of Valentine is only when I only use advantage when it's movement, right?
Correct. Yeah, when you're trying to be quiet, when you're trying to quietly move. That's correct.
Okay. So this wouldn't count as
In this case, no. It would have counted while you were getting up on like the roof or when you're trying to like sneak around. I would say the roof would probably be the best way to. But in this case, yeah, it's
just making sure.
advantage on that rely on moving silently. In this case, you're trying to like, yeah, hydro whole body. But yeah, so this place is both a home and an office. And you know, there's very few places to sit. There's a small couch, there's a couple of chairs around, but he goes ahead and pulls up a seat at his desk and offers you all a couple of seats as well. And rather, you know, as soon as you guys sit down, he goes and opens the window and then goes and has a seat. But like I said, I am very busy despite the lack of appearance. I will give you 5 minutes of my time. So please, whatever business proposition you have, I will listen to, and then I will communicate that to Lord Vialis. And if he decides to come out of retirement to appease your business senses, then we'll go from there. But which of you is the businessman? All of you? Any of you? How does this work?
I'm just the brawn in this. I make the product, but my business partner here, Sir Cole, is the brains behind the business.
I'm just a helper.
Well,
I'm the maid.
the brawn seems to be taken care of. The help, I guess, is suitable, but I'm not so sure about the brains. So let's hear it. What do you have for us?
Hold on.
I,
Out of character, are we still talking about the business, or are we going like, how are we doing?
Well, I'm assuming that we can like, dude. Imagine we actually did like a pitch and got money for it. That'd be funny. But I'm assuming we can like look around and see if he's home alone or not.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Oh,
Why?
you're sitting on his couch.
Wait, so he's not home alone?
You don't know that. You don't know anything. He's invited you into his live. He's not invited you, Kyle. You're up on his roof like a thief in the night. The other three jerkholes have just like barged into his house and made him an offer of a business. And now Kiara's like, oh, we can just wander around, right? No, you can just wander. I mean, you can try, but
I mean, maybe Kyle could wander around while we're talking to him because he doesn't know Kyle's there.
he's gonna come down the chimney right behind you guys and then sneak around. Sure, yeah. You go ahead and try that. See what happens.
Damn.
You guys are great at planning.
I think she's trying to say if we can see them or not. If there's someone else here.
You only have vision of the main room and potentially a dining room off to the side. You guys have just entered this entryway here. As far as you know, there's this fireplace here in the middle that Kaio can kind of scurry down. Bookcases and things are off to the side. The desk, he opened a window over here, and you all are sitting roughly, you know, facing towards the corner of the house and facing Farrell, giving a, you know, a business proposition. There's not much more to see than that.
Well, we can just start asking the real questions.
Clark do have one question though. Phil mentioned an incident. Did we talk about any incidents when we were talking to him? out of
Oh.
character to the party.
Alice's family being murdered. The whole reason we're here.
Yeah. I'm talking. Did we like talk to him about it, or he just said that he assumes that we're taking advantage of it?
What are you referring to?
Like he said that he assumed that we knew about the incident and that we're trying to take advantage. And since he saw us in Waterdeep and everyone kind of knows everything about it in Waterdeep, he probably just assumed we're from there and knew what happened.
Alark wants to ask about it. He'll look at Farrell and be like, "You mentioned an incident, and we're taking advantage of it. What does that even mean? What incident are you talking about?"
Oh, don't play coy with me. You know what incident I'm talking about. Lord Vialis' whole family was murdered 5 years ago, and everyone knows that he left Waterdeep to try to get away from that, and every business proposition that I've heard in the last 5 years has been trying to get on Lord Vialis' good side and play to his empathy and hopefully take advantage of his grief and sadness. But we're not here to talk of Lord Vialis. You're here to talk to me of your business proposition, and I will talk to Lord Vialis.
Um, looks at Cole.
Rumor has
Okay,
it that
master of.
he's the one that did it, so I don't know how much empathy he fucking has.
You're accusing Lord Vialis of murdering his entire family.
I'm not. The guards in the city did.
Rumors and speculation. I decided to give you the benefit of the doubt in order to, I don't know, humor you and let you say your piece. But it seems like you have no interest in business or anything to do with this. I was almost hesitant to call for help earlier, but I'm glad that I did. And Kyle, it's about that time that you do actually see that there's a group of people. Boop, boop, boop.
I knew when he opened the window that was a signal.
Mm-hmm.
You were right. There is a group of people, in fact, that it was the signal, and it's a couple of people that you saw earlier, Kaya, guarding the thing. As they open the barn door, they you can also see the carriage inside, um, and Farrell says, "Our business here is obviously concluded. If you'll step outside, my attendants will see you outside of the village, and you can go about your way."
I'd
Whoa,
like to
whoa,
punch
whoa!
him in
This
the face.
okay.
One of you has to say something. What?
Cole was gonna say this is a misunderstanding, but I think it would be funny if Kiara just punched him while Cole's saying that.
Sound like a misunderstanding to me. You all can roll initiative now. Sure.
Oh shit!
Okay,
Whoa,
hold on. Before I actually do this,
sir.
do we think we'd be able to make it back in and to Vialis without him being alerted? I mean, I think it's doubtful, but or do we want to just try and fight this out and then go straight there?
Um, I don't know at this point. Like um, you think I do have a question though, more like a concern. If we fight this, do you think like the villagers will see this and we're probably gonna
Oh,
get kicked out?
I don't know.
I forgot about that actually.
Convenient.
Well, so sir, can we talk like calmly? I mean,
Like
like there's
this
no
is
need for.
yeah, like this is a misunderstanding. I will punish my employees for their disrespectfulness towards you and your employer.
I think it's already too late.
Please.
You have insulted me. You've insulted Lord Vialis, and you've wasted my time. There is no more room for talk. Punish them how you will, but unless you leave now and exit the city, my guards will punish you.
Mm,
You guys need to
wow,
decide. Come
all of
on.
it.
What are we doing, guys?
Jesus.
I don't know. You're the brain.
Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative. You can decide what you're doing in initiative order.
Aw.
Lark would want to like. Can they all come in and we can just have like a calm, we all sit down and we just chill,
I can make tea.
The time has passed.
So much for talking.
You can still talk.
I tried. These two insulted it.
All right, Alaric,
Me, I
what
didn't even. I asked a question. The genuine question I was curious about.
what is your initiative, Alaric?
8.
8. What's your current HP
66.
and your current AC?
13.
Okay. Cole. Initiative.
13.
I'm sorry, what was that?
13.
13. Current health
59.
and current AC.
14.
Right. Kiara. Initiative
5,
and health
76,
and AC.
17.
And Kyle.
13 initiative, 48 health, 17 AC.
Alrighty. Well, Farrell is actually first in the initiative order, so he is going to take the disengage action and is going to separate himself from all of you. So he's going to step outside and kind of meet his party out in the way. I will say you can't get all the way. I know this grid is kind of weird, so the pictures are obviously bigger than what it would supposed to be. But oh well, it's kind of how it is. You do something like this for fun, make everybody a bit smaller, but it doesn't really matter. You guys are all kind of still in the house. Kyle is still on top of the house. Farrell is now out of the house and is ordering his veterans and his assistants to escort you out of the village. Yeah, he's gonna be over here on his turn, and his turn is over. Cole, you're up next.
Um. So we're fighting, guys. Definitely fighting.
I would say so.
Okay, hypnotic pattern.
Okay, so you're
Well,
going you
get out of the house.
yeah,
Oh, we're not out of it. Oh,
no, you're still
okay.
technically in his living room.
Okay. I step outside and I'm going hypnotic pattern.
Okay. And that is what is the range on that and the
120 feet in
okay,
range.
you got plenty of room and it's a 30-foot cube. We'll say that all these guys are within 30 feet of each other. You probably can't hit Farrell, but you could try to hit all four of them if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to try to do that.
Okay. Then they need to make a wisdom saving throw. And what are they
Yeah.
trying to beat?
15.
All right. Both of those guys fail. And there it is. Both of these guys succeed. So these two are now charmed. Okay, that's great. Armed and charmed. And then let's see. Pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area sees the pattern mistake or becomes charmed. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. So an incapacitated person can't take actions or reactions, so they just stay there. Spell ends for an infected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So both are charmed for at least up to a minute. You are concentrating. And that will end your turn unless you have any bonus action.
Could I move back into the house?
Sure. I don't think you have to keep vision of them. I think you just have to see them. Let's see if I can. Adjusting. Okay. That was Cole's turn. Kyle, I think you are next. I think you have a higher dexterity than the other two. What is your dex is what, like 17 or something?
18.
18? Yeah. So you beat the tie as far as the initiative goes. You will get advantage on your attack since they do not know that you were there.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this one here.
Okay, go ahead and do your thing.
Penalty.
Mhm.
Bro, what the fuck?
First attack misses.
That's crazy. Is the second attack with advantage or
No,
normal? Normal, right?
normal. Yeah, after the
Okay.
first arrow goes whizzing past your head, you're pretty aware of where it's coming from.
Okay. What the hell?
Oof.
Unfortunate miss. All right. So both arrows go wide on the veteran up front, which means that the next one are the people who are armed. I think they can attempt to. No, it just says they're charmed forever. How unfortunate is that? Okay. Well, that person's turn is ended. They are still charmed. They're just standing there staring off into space. It is now this veteran's turn. And he is going to push up into the house. So, or push up closer. Boop, 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 boop. Cole, you said you were inside, right? You can move yourself if you're moving back into the house. Oh, actually, I probably can't see anybody right now. Maybe just Kyle. Now that I think about it, probably not gonna run into the house. He will go ahead and pull out his heavy crossbow, and is going to shoot it at
Do I
Kyle.
have cover or no?
I mean, we'll say that you have partial cover, half cover for +2.
Okay.
Okay, so that will hit for 7 piercing damage. So you rolled a 20. You will So 19 is the AC that he has to beat. Is going to hit you for 7 piercing damage with his heavy crossbow.
Okay.
And then he's going to he'll step over kind of in front of Farrell, kind of off to the side. The other veteran or the other armored guy is probably going to do the same thing. Actually, yeah, he's going to do the same thing. Kind of step out over here and take another shot at Kyle. Rolled an 18, so just barely missed. As Kyle takes cover behind the fireplace or behind or the chimney or behind the cover or the lip of the house, whatever it may be, but just barely misses. Alaric, it is your turn.
Okay. Alaric will walk outside, like right by the door. So you said that oh, they're trying to cover this arrow?
Yeah, they're standing in front of him. They're his guards, so
Um, if I shoot an eldritch blast at him, uh, like would it not work? Like, I can't aim at him because they're covering him, or how is it?
you can aim at him. It'll just be 3/4 cover, so it'll be a +5 to his AC.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll try our luck.
Okay.
Eldritch blast. I might actually kill him, but mm, give me a second. 20 plus. Also, a quick question about Eldritch Blast. If I'm gonna hit him, do I have to declare first, like the targets, because I have two beams, or should
No,
I do one at a time?
one at a time.
Oh, okay.
They're 2 separate attacks, so
16.
misses.
Yeah. Second one. Mm, 15.
Misses. Yeah, unfortunately, the 2 veterans are standing in front of him, so you're trying to get a good angle, and it's just not happening. One hits just too low, and the other goes over his shoulder and misses. Any movement or bonus action? Any more movement or bonus action?
It's gonna walk a little bit upwards. Uh, look, I want to ask my party, like out of character, real quick. I'm gonna try to hex him, but what do which attribute should I choose? Mm,
That is something that each person will have to answer in turn.
True. Um, let's see. You know what? I'll try to hex this guy with disadvantage on strength in case
Okay.
I don't know the Kiara wants to punch, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So this veteran is hexed, and so any ability he makes that has to do with strength gets disadvantaged, right? What is
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I just deal extra necrotic damage if
Yep.
I hit him.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, cool. So that means Kiara, it is now your turn.
Sick. Okay. I want to come up to this guy right here,
Sure.
and I'm going
So
to hit him with a melee attack. But it's gonna be like hammering horns.
Okay.
Okay, so first the melee attack. If I can remember what I'm doing. Okay.
sorry to cut everyone off. I'll be just AFK for like 10 minutes, but when my turn is there, I'll be over there.
Okay.
Just plugging in the PCs here. I don't want to suffer anymore.
So does the +2s for like my dueling, is that for the attack roll, the damage, or both?
I don't think dueling will apply to your hammering horns.
Well, it doesn't apply to me attacking with my battle axe?
It said hammering horns.
Yeah, I'm going to do it says immediately after I hit a creature with a melee attack. As a part of the attack action on my turn, I can use a bonus to attempt to shove it with my horns. So I thought that the dueling went with the initial attack.
Right. So you're hitting them with your axe.
Yes, and
Let's
then
do
I'm gonna
that
shoot
first
them.
then.
Yeah, but that's the dueling part that I'm asking about. Do I add the +2 to the attack roll, or the damage, or both?
It's just a damage. It says it in dueling. When you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon.
Okay, so to the damage. Okay. Da, 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 da. 20.
20 will hit the veteran.
Okay. So 1d10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Where'd it go? What is it? Pickle, stop yelling at me. Hmm. All right, 1d10 plus that. Oh, it's 2d10. Okay. What's that? All right, there we go. 14.
Okay.
And then it needs to succeed a strength saving throw against a DC. Let's see, 8 plus the proficiency bonus, so 8 plus 3 plus my strength modifier, which is 4, so 15.
It succeeds.
Oh, okay.
Hunkers down, braces for your blow, and is able to maintain its footing.
Okay. Well, that was my action bonus and movement.
Okay. Then we're at the top of the key with Farrell again. Farrell is actually going to run over here and is going to shake this guy out of his charm. He's going to use his action, like slap him in the face, like wake up. And so this guy is no longer charmed. And that
Balls.
brings us to Cole.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you were doing the DC save, you rolled with disadvantage, right?
Why would I? Are you
For these
referring to
checks?
the hex does not apply to saving throws. It only applies to ability checks.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification.
No worries. Cole is up.
I'm thinking.
Aren't we all?
I'm going to cast a Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and let us know what that does.
You extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon.
Okay. So that is your action.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any movement or bonus action? So Blade Ward is what, a level 1 spell?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, so it is. Okay.
I'm going to move up the here, I guess.
Okay. And bonus action?
That means the concentration on the charm is down.
No, it doesn't.
No, I'm still charming this.
That she can't concentrate on two things, right?
Blade Ward isn't
It's
a
not a
concentration spell. You're good to go. So you're moving up. Are you taking any bonus action?
No. I mean, I can prepare dogs just in case they try to hit me, right? Or take cover.
You cannot because you've already taken the action to cast a spell.
Oh, okay, then I'll just stay put.
Okay. Then that ends your turn. Kyle, it is your turn.
I'm gonna shoot this guy again.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I didn't see what you rolled.
I rolled 11.
That is going to miss.
I'm gonna bonus action Severe Strike
Okay.
to get advantage.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Okay. So you'll crit.
Um,
Mel, I hate to do this. I think we are both incorrect when it comes to the amount of damage your passkey is doing. I don't think it's 2d10. I think it's just a 1d10 force damage. It just does force damage instead of like slashing damage for an axe or, well, in this case it would be an axe, but usually it's a sword.
Oh, I thought I interpreted it as it did a D10 of force and a D10 of slashing.
No, it doesn't do slashing damage. It just does 1d10 force damage. It's just a rare item.
uh, 34 is the initial damage. How do I crit again? I don't know how to crit again.
Your short bow is what, a d6?
Yeah.
And your swarm is a d6.
Yeah.
So that's 12. And then you just, I assume, did you use sharpshooter?
Sharp. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that's 22. And then you just roll normally.
I rolled. I rolled. So it was 27, and then the Severe Strike is a 7. So 34. Yeah. 34. And then I don't know the rest.
So I mean, you would max the 8 as well because that would be an additional roll. So short bow is 6. Swarm is 6 for 12. Zephyr is 8 for 20. Sharpshooter is 10 for 30. What's your modifier on that damage? Sure.
7.
Okay, so 37, and then you would roll 2d6 and 1d8.
Yeah, I rolled 34 damage.
You rolled 34, so 34 plus
Yeah.
37. How'd you roll 34 with 2d6 and a d8? That's not possible.
That's what I got. I got 20.
You
I,
can't. A 2d6, the max you can roll is the 22.
I got
Whereas-
17 plus 10 from the sharpshooter, 27. The 1d8, I got 7, 34.
The max damage on 2d6 and a d8 is 20. You can't roll 34 on 2d6 and d8. See what I'm saying?
But that's what I got. I got where did I get 17 from? I guess 17, then it's 17 plus 7.
Why are we adding the 7 again?
The 7 is the 1d8 that I rolled.
How'd you get 17 plus 7 with a d8?
I don't know. That's what I'm rolling.
All right, friend. Let's start at the beginning. I don't care about your rolls right now. All right?
Okay.
The
reroll
damage.
then.
We roll in a second. Let's figure out the base damage first, and then we'll roll dice. All right? So you're using Zephyr, which gives you advantage. You rolled a crit. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so the Zephyr Strike is a D8. So you get to get the full 8 damage from Zephyr Strike. Okay, so that's 8. And then your short bow is a D6. So you get 6 damage from that. That brings us to 14. Your swarm die is still a D6. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another 6. That brings us to 20. Okay, so we've maxed all the dice we're rolling. So we're at 20.
Mm-hmm.
Your sharpshooter brings it to 30 because that's a plus 10. Yeah.
Okay.
And then your modifiers are as a plus 7 on your damage roll. Yeah, because your bracers and your proficiency and, well, not proficiency, but your dex bonus and your bracers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to 37. So we're at 37 minimum damage. So now I need you to roll 2d6 and another d8. The d6 for your short bow, the d6 for your swarm, and a d8 for your Zephyr. So we're at 37 plus whatever you roll. Does that make sense?
Plus the 7, right?
Not the plus the 7. We already added the modifier. You never double the modifier on a crit roll.
Okay.
The modifier is always the same.
$16.
Okay, so we're at 37 plus 16 is 53 points of damage. Yes?
Okay.
All right. Nearly killed that guy in one hit. All right. 53 points of
my go.
damage. That is, yes. Was that your first attack? Do you not have a second? Or did you miss the
I
first
missed
one?
my-
Oh, that's right. You
I
missed the
missed
first
the
one. You
first.
rolled like an 11. Okay, thank you. Okay, so any movement and your bonus action is Zephyr, right? Or Zephyr is your action.
It's a bonus.
Okay, so bonus action, cast, make the attack. All right, perfect.
Mhm.
Okay, and you're going to stay in your little hidey hole?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we are at that cult. Fanatic is still charmed. The other cultist is now not charmed anymore. So he is going to... Actually, what is he going to do? He is going to cast Hold Person on Yara. So Kiara, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oof.
Okay. Unfortunately, you are going to be paralyzed. Where is mine? That's petrified. That's paralyzed. Paralyzed. And let's see. At the end of your turn, you can continue to, or you can make another wisdom saving throw. You are trying to beat an 11. And this guy is currently now concentrating on that. So we're good to go. There. All right. So this veteran here is going to drop his heavy crossbow that he was attacking with Kyle, and he is going to now attack Kiara. Kiara being paralyzed, you we have advantage on an attack roll, and any hit is a critical within 5 feet. So 2 longsword attacks, both at advantage. And your AC is
17.
okay. The first one will hit, but the second one will miss. And he will hit you for only 13 damage. Crit. That feels bad.
All right.
Okay. The second one will attempt to do the same. To 23 and 23. Wow, okay. Rolled 2 18s. So both of those will crit. And see, you're going to take 21 damage for the first hit and 16 damage for the second. So 27 damage for the second turn.
27 total.
Yeah, for the second guy. For the first guy, I think it was just the 12.
Okay.
All right. Alaric, you are up.
She's not here.
I thought she said she'd be here on her turn. And she said she
She's
was.
not even in voice chat.
Oh, okay. Well, Alaric loses her turn. He runs away. He's scared. Kiara, you're up again. You can go ahead and re-roll the wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Hey,
16.
you succeed. You are no longer paralyzed.
Nice.
I think that happens at the end of your turn. Let me double check real quick. So you might, I think that's it. At the end of each of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw. Okay, so unfortunately you forgo your turn, but you're not going to get slaughtered over and over again.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Let's see. Farrell is going to do the same thing, run over here and shake this guy and end the charm on the other cult fanatic or the other robed individual. And then he will use his remaining turn to run around the barn here, or remote any movement to kind of get around and out of the way. Cole, you are up. Still well, you're no longer concentrating because everyone that you hit is over. So there's no more charmed actions, so you don't have to worry about concentration anymore. Don't worry about ranges. They're all kind of messed up anyway because we're playing on a big map. So
I was thinking of like running at him and like tackling him.
yeah,
Like tell the guards to back off.
I'd probably let you get as far as like the other side of this individual. As far as getting all the way to him, probably not.
Then I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Okay.
Here. Hits these 3 guys.
Cloud of Daggers. That is a level 1 spell. Level 2 spell, I mean. Okay. It's cube. So if it were a little bit more range, maybe I would have let you do that. Oh, it's 5 feet on each side. I'd let you put it here and probably hit both of them since they're targeting Kiara. If you put it here, again, these are all relative distances. So you have to think these guys are, 10, 15 feet apart from each other. This is a big field in the middle. It's just because of the map. So if you wanted to Cloud of Daggers here, I'd let you hit both of them. But you're probably not going to hit 2 of anyone else.
Hmm. I'll do a cloud dagger then.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do a quick little 5x5 little cube. It'll be small, but anyway. Cube here, hitting both of them. Okay, so on the start of their turn, they will take damage from that. That is an action, and you are concentrating again. So any bonus action or movement. Also, you should keep. I assume you're keeping track on your character sheet. You are down a first level spell, a second level spell. I guess
Yeah.
the cantrip doesn't count, but you're down a second level spell and a third level spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any? Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna cast a healing word on Kiara.
Thank
Um,
you.
you unfortunately cannot. Cloud of Daggers is a leveled spell, and Healing Word is also a level 1 spell. So
It's a bonus action though.
yeah, but they're both leveled spells.
It'd have to be a cantrip, right?
Correct.
I thought you can I tried looking for it as a cantrip, but I couldn't find healing word as a cantrip.
It's not.
Oh.
That's why you can't do it. What she's saying is,
When-
if you had a cantrip, or if you had a cantrip that you could cast as a bonus action, you could cast that as a bonus action. But Healing Word doesn't count because it's a first level spell.
Okay then I guess I end my turn.
Okay. Kyle, you were up.
Is Pharaoh running away or taking? Oh, do we see him running away?
You saw him run around the corner. He is currently, as far as he could get with his movement, he is right around the corner. Essentially, he's in cover, but what his actions are next, you can't really tell.
Okay. I'll attack this thing by again.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
20.
20 hits, and I think this is the guy that, minimum damage kills this guy. He's dead.
Okay. I'll attack the spellcasters.
Okay,
Him.
sure. So I don't think he's technically concentrating anymore anyway because of the same thing.
7.
7 will miss. Shot goes
Okay.
wide.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. The Colt Fanatic, let's see, probably, I mean, Cole's still inside, so can't hit him. Probably going to go for that could be fun. Okay, we're going to cast, he's going to cast Spiritual Weapon as a level 2 spell, creating a floaty spectral sword up near Isle. It is a bonus action, so that's going to be there. Let's see, I don't have a floaty spectral sword. I should, shouldn't I? figure that out. We'll just do this cool little lightning thing. Oh, good God. Ah. Boom. Make this 2 feet. He's gonna put this up near Kyle. Put it over here so it's not interacting with Cole. It is going to make a melee spell attack. It is a +3 to hit against Kyle. Oh wow, 19. That hits you, right, Kyle?
Yep.
Yeah. And then it is going to hit for 9 damage. And it's just the form of a scimitar. So Kyle's going to take 9 damage. And then with his full action, he is going to cast Sacred Flame at you. And that will deal... Well, first you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You only have to beat an 11, so probably not that hard for you.
18.
All right. The Sacred Flame misses. It goes straight down the chimney. Okay, next Cult Fanatic. Gonna do the same thing. Going to cast another spiritual weapon up near Kyle. Gonna get him off the roof. That is going to be... 10 misses. So the sword misses its turn, but he's going to do the same thing and attempt to Sacred Flame you off the roof. I need another dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. 25.
That succeeds as well. You'll take no damage from the Sacred Flame. It also misses. The veteran's turn. One veteran is down, so the other one is going to attempt to hit Kiara. It is going to use its free action to draw its short sword at this point, so it will make 3 attacks against Kiara. First attack is an 8 and is going to miss. The second attack is a 21, which will hit for only 4 damage. And the short sword attack is a 17, which I also believe hits. Oh, yep, meet or exceeds a 17. Kiara's is a 17. And then also, wow, I rolled 2 1s. Also for 4 damage. So you're going to take 4 slashing damage and 4 piercing damage for a total of 8 damage.
Got it.
Is Alaric back?
Oh wait, it also takes damage from the cloud of daggers.
It 100% does. Thank you for that. Go ahead and roll the damage for the Cloud of Daggers, because it did in fact start its turn there.
No, Alark is not back.
It's like Alaric is fighting demons.
Yep.
It's just 1d4, right? Or because it says 4d4.
So
I think you answered your own question, friend.
Oh,
4?
so it's sorry.
This one's not being complicated enough for you.
All right. It will, in
Uh,
fact, take the 10 damage, it looks like. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice. Good job,
So,
Cole.
yeah, good job. 30
Thank you.
Cloud of Daggers does that. Kiara still takes the 8 damage regardless because it doesn't kill. Alaric is struggling. The demon inside him did not like the fact that he missed both Eldritch Blasts the first time and is taking its toll on his psyche. Means Kiara, you are up.
Okay. Ay, I'm going to bonus action rage. And then let me check that in my thingamajigger. Alright. And now I'm going to swing my battle axe at this hexed guy.
Okay.
So Let me get this ready. There's that, and then okay. 18.
I think that hits. Just barely. Yep, it hits.
Sick. Okay. Let me try and do this now that it's fixed. 1d10. That. Right? Yeah. And then 1, 2. All right. 13.
13 points of damage.
Sweet.
Okay. Any bonus action or movement?
My bonus action was raging.
Oh, right. Yeah. And you added the 2 damage for rage?
Yes. No, I didn't.
Okay. Take an additional 2 damage for rage. Okie dokie. Then it is now Farrell's turn, and he is going to run away and disappear into oblivion. Running out of sight. Cole, you are still concentrating on your cloud of daggers, but it is still there. What would you like to do now? It is your turn.
I can't move it, right? To
Yeah, I think you can actually. However, if you move it, it's not going to make any difference. It's not going to hit more people.
oh,
If you want to move it on top of someone, I think you can move it up to. Actually, no. It says you cannot. I thought you could move this one. Nope.
okay. I'll keep it. I'll keep it on this guy, and I'm going to do vicious mockery on he's the one who cast these two, right?
They both did.
Oh, they both did.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to attack them, is it like a concentration thing?
Not in this case, no.
Oh,
Spiritual weapon is not. That's a spell that lasts a minute.
okay then, and I'll still cast a vicious mockery on this one.
Okie dokie. Then go ahead and it's a wisdom saving throw, correct? I'm sorry, which one are you casting it on? I apologize. It's my fault.
This one.
Okay. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
Right? And what's he trying to beat?
trying to beat. It's my spell DC, right?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
it's a 15.
He does succeed. He rolled a 16. So
Oh, why are you so bad at insulting people?
you'll get there. It takes practice. Okay. Yeah, nothing happens if he succeeds. Okay. So that was your action. Any movement or bonus action?
I can't do healing word, right? That.
Now you can. Vicious Mockery is a cantrip.
Oh. Then healing word on Kiara.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and what is it? 1d4 plus your healing or your spellcasting modifier. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll your d4. Unless you're upcasting it.
Do you need more healing, Kiara?
I'll take whatever you can offer. But I also have potions. So
Then I'll do a level, first.
Okay. Then yeah, 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
That's my DC too, right?
No, that's whatever. I think for bards, your modifier is charisma, so whatever your charisma modifier is. 4, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1d4 plus 4. All right. Yara will heal for 6 health.
Thank you.
No problem. You have to live, best friend.
I'm trying, man.
Kyle, you were up.
I'm gonna recast Zephyr Strike again,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna move.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack this one.
Okie dokie.
Uh, 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
$16 plus 10, 26.
Okay.
Second attack. $13.
Oh, 13 just barely hits, and I think minimum damage kills him. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I actually don't know what happens to spiritual weapons. I mean, logic would dictate that the spiritual weapon would go away, but huh. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and buy a spiritual weapon.
I'm so sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Series of unlucky and unfortunate events.
It happens.
Very discouraging.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
All right. The cult fanatic here is actually going to run away. He is going to depart and dash out into the woods here, into cover, and up in this northeasterly direction. He's gone. And then the veteran is going to yield. He's going to throw down his weapons and look around. He sees that his partner to the left is dead. He will take, I guess, the D44 damage, actually, so maybe you'll kill him. Actually, you can't kill him. You can come really close, though. So go ahead and roll your 44 damage, Cole.
13.
Close. Only 3 points off max damage. That's pretty good.
Wait, are we killing him? Not questioning him?
Well, it doesn't have a choice. The spell is there, so...
Ah, shit.
But yeah, I
I guess
it's not my turn yet. Is
technically,
it?
actually, I think Cloud of Daggers is a concentration. So I will allow you to choose. It's up to you. Technically, you can. Actually, it's at the start of his turn. So it's kind of a weird thing with concentration spells. You can end them at any time, but I mean, this is kind of a conditional spell. So yeah, you would have had no way to know that he was yielding until his turn came up anyway. And so, yeah, he's going to take the damage from the Cloud of Daggers. It will deal 13 damage to him, which is enough to nearly put him down, but not quite. He is going to step out of the cloud of daggers here, obviously, and which actually I don't know why he didn't do the first time. Whatever.
I think you still take damage.
You take damage when you move into it or when you start your turn on it. So it's really good for like cutting off choke points, like putting it in doorways and stuff like that where people have to funnel in. Or like preventing flanking. Like if Kiara is fighting somewhere and you put it off to her, like put it to her right, then you can prevent somebody from walking around and flanking her, kind of thing. But unfortunately you can't move it, so it's one of those things you have to use it kind of tactically.
Yeah, that's why I put it when you had two of those guys on.
Yeah, it was a good idea. It killed one. Well, it helped kill one. Anyway, this guy is going to throw down all of his weapons, and kind of give the sign that he's unarmed. And we'll take a step back from Kiara, and yeah, I yield. They don't pay me enough to die for them when the rest have abandoned me.
Some friends you got there.
Mercenary life. You look like you know the drill.
Indeed.
Alaric, looks like your demons have been fought. You've won this time. Your patron was very mad that you missed the first two Eldritch Blasts of the fight, so he punished you for the next 2.5 turns.
Don't worry, I'll make it up to him.
Yeah, it is now your turn, but as I said, this veteran has yielded, so whatever you choose to do with your turn is yours. We'll give everybody a chance to act, and then you guys can decide. Well, depending on what's left, you can decide what to do. So.
Quick question: did Farrell escape?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
As did another cult member.
Oh shit. So I could question this guy, or is he like passed out?
No, he's conscious. He
alive.
tosses weapons down. He's again, he's got his hands out, kind of again, I'm unarmed. I don't mean any threat at this point. He's surrendered. It's your turn. You can do what you want.
Put your hands behind your back. And he's gonna tie him up. He does have a rope. Lark does have a rope, so he'll use it to tie his hands.
Okay. Yeah, he goes ahead and lets you do that. I guess he's kind of upset about it. He's like, I've already surrendered. I don't need to be tied up. I have no weapons on me.
You learn this from the
Sorry,
snake.
can't take any chances. I think you understand.
It's a lot harder to understand when you're the one being tied up.
Shut.
I mean, some people like it. Maybe you'll grow to like it too.
Maybe you could show me.
And then maybe
don't tempt me with a good time.
Cole, I think this is your area of expertise.
Oh hell yeah!
Hold up, I got a hot old veteran hitting on me. Chill the fuck out, Cole.
Time.
Sorry,
Take your turn. It's weird. Okay, so Alaric has used his action to tie up the veteran, or at least tie his hands behind his back. He didn't put up any kind of struggle. You're either going to kill him or you're not. So he's kind of like consigned to one thing or another. But it is Kiara's turn.
Oh, okay. She's going to kneel down and
You're not that much taller. He's standing up.
oh, I thought he like was on the ground.
No.
My bad.
Alaric just told him to put his hands behind his back and tied him up. So he's still standing there. He's
Okay, then I would like to first I want to ask him how long he's been in the employ of Farrell.
oh goodness. Me and my friend over there, and he kind of goes to the dead one. We've been in his employ for, I don't know, probably 4 years or so. shortly after he moved here to Greenfast. He has various other thugs with him, and he, points to the dead body over there. They come and go. They kind of see it as an honor to see to Farrell. I don't think either of them really expected to have to do anything like this, but like I said, they rotate in and out. But
Hmm.
we
Uh, I'm gonna ask. So you've been here a long time. So you were with him after he moved here. So do you have knowledge of what happened with Lord Vialis and his family in Waterdeep?
I don't know much about what happened then. I was a traveling mercenary going from city to city looking for work as I needed to. And I know a little bit about Lord Vialis and what happened as far as his family being murdered, but I don't know more than the rumors say. Farrell doesn't speak on it, and I don't ask, but
Hmm.
they've been business partners for at least a decade now, if not longer.
Well, hmm. And you haven't like seen or heard anything maybe that was attempted to be hidden on that subject?
I mean, they're both pretty tight-lipped when it comes to the true business dealings. I know the profits from the Yellowcrest businesses, they generate a pretty tidy sum of funds for Vialis's retirement, so Farrell says, and clearly it pays his wages as well, but I don't know. We have a lot more money, or we pick up a lot more money than seems to be going into these houses, so it must be going somewhere, but if you're smart in this line of work, you don't ask too many questions.
Fair enough. One last question from me. Where would Farrell be heading at this time? Like, where's his safe house?
Uh, there's a tower northeast of here. Lord Vialis has apparently been working on it several years now. It's kind of taken on him as a pet project to keep him busy in these years. I imagine that's where Farrell's heading now. We don't ever go there. We stay here in the barn and keep eye on the house, but him and the other, well, you see the body over there, the cloaked ones, they come and go. Sometimes to the tower, sometimes to other villages.
Hmm. And I know it's like one last question, but would you know if Vialis is home or in the tower right now?
I couldn't tell you. My business is with Farrell.
Okay. And that's all I have to ask of him. Anyone else?
Well, you were up next.
He's going to end his concentration on the daggers, so that way the body doesn't get more shredded.
Like a wood chipper.
That's so funny.
Blood everywhere.
What the?
And
Extra.
he he's going to ask, have you seen Valis in person?
Um, that's probably a good question. Not lately. Maybe one time over the last 4 years or so. A couple times. He sticks to his business. Most of my dealings are with Farrell himself. Like I said, we stay in the barn. We travel with him to Waterdeep every 2 weeks, and other than that, life is pretty easy. I thought this was an easy job until, well, you all.
Sorry about that.
Me too.
Sorry, your friend turned into Swiss cheese.
But you got to meet my wonderful self, so it's not a complete loss.
That's 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 yet to be seen, but it's looking like a bright side.
uh,
Uh,
I want to ask if Valis if he looked like depressed or upset or even happy, because his family died, that vex you for a long time?
I don't know much about how he was feeling. The interaction that I had with him was him ordering Farrell to go take care of something. It didn't seem really anything but a little agitated at that time, so I, I don't know. I'm sure he's still beaten up over his family, but a man has to move on at some point.
We should probably check the house in case he is at the tower. And if he is at the tower, he's going to be expecting us.
So, we're looking in here and then going to the tower?
Well, I mean, it might be helpful to look inside of Farrell's house to see if there's any records that of anything from the murder or any
Yeah.
suspicious things, but Vialis is either going to be here at his house or he's going to be up to the northeast area where what's his name Farrell ran off to. I was just thinking the house is probably the closer option for us to check out and see if we can find any evidence before running off to a tower that is probably guarded with magic.
Maybe Kyle. Before we, it seems like your three compatriots have chosen not to kill this guy. You are still up on the roof. The spiritual weapon here has disappeared as well, so you are safe. Before we end initiative order, is there anything that you would like to do? Or anything you would like to say or ask?
I don't have a question for him. If we're going to the house, then I'm done for that too.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll go ahead and end the initiative, and you guys can continue on and have your discussion. So yeah, it sounds like options right now are either house or tower. Seems like we're leaning more towards the house.
Yeah.
Okay. And the veteran pipes up and, what about me? I can't just be tied up here in the middle of the field.
We'll take you with us. What do you think?
I don't
mean,
mean to be, let's see, objective given my current situation, but I don't fight for free.
Lark
And
looks
to
at
be
her
honest with
like,
you,
good.
your friend up there hit me with a couple arrows. I'm not feeling all that great about myself. You can definitely
Sir,
see
you are
wounds.
in no position to make demands here.
No, but I am in a position to die pretty quickly.
we could heal him and pay him a little bit along with allowing him to keep his life.
When you get that
Well, if he runs away,
feeling,
though.
I want sexual healing.
What?
If he runs away, Kyle will shoot him, or Alaric will blast him with Eldritch Blast, as long as he's not pulled off to the nether, planes again.
Listen, if you try anything funny, I'll come for you.
Look, are you trying to convince him to go with you, or are you trying to, or just convince him not to do anything? What do you? You said if you.
I mean, we could, out of character though, we could either put him in the house, lock him in there, or just take him with us.
Well, if we take him with us, we can either try and bribe him, pay him since he is a mercenary to fight for us, or we could tie him up in the house and leave him and then release him later.
Hmm. I don't mind an extra help, like heal him up, give him some gold, and
Human shield.
exchange like it, and to come with us. And if the mission is successful, we could just let him be.
And I mean, I have danger sense, so in theory, I would be alerted if he tries to turn on us.
I mean, we're already known because that guy escaped, so there's no point in even staying like hidden. So yeah, I'll take him.
Uh,
How does
yep.
50 gold sound like? And healing and your life.
I was gonna say like maybe
A lot of
some
things.
silver and some healing.
50 gold, healing, and my life. That sounds sounds pretty good to me. There are two conditions though.
Mhm.
One, I don't kill women or children. I'm not going to do that for you, for him, or for any amount of money. Two, I'm not going to kill my friends. These guys over here, I don't know them. I don't care. But if we run into any of the other mercenaries that I've been with for a while, I don't know if they're at the tower. I don't know where they are, but I doubt they're at the tower. We don't usually go there. The people who do don't always come back, so we try to avoid it. So I'm hoping they're out on patrol somewhere, but I'm not going to fight them either.
Mm.
Mark looks at everybody
I
in a way that like questions what do you guys think?
As long, I mean, he doesn't have to fight them as long as he doesn't fight us. Maybe he can try and do some talking to his buddies that has, a reputation with to stop fighting us.
Unless you're willing to pay them too, I don't. They're probably not going to be so apt to not fight you. They're getting paid to protect Farrell just like I was as of 5 minutes ago.
What was Farrell paying you?
Yeah, definitely 50 gold a day. Definitely what your friend's about to pay me. No, definitely not less than that.
Mhm.
That's kind of a good deal.
Mhm.
He's
No.
gonna have to
No. He is not getting paid 50 gold a day.
not a day, just for this one. And maybe he could tell us some stories about what he already told us what he knows, right?
Basically.
Um, yeah. Yeah, there's I'm trying to think. He doesn't know as much as probably the other, so the two members up here, we'll just call them cult members. We're pretty confident that's how it is. I think I've referenced them already, but the cult members probably would have known, and Farrell definitely would have known, probably more about the cult activity. This guy just seems like a bodyguard. He's just like muscle. So he's there mostly to offer security for the carriage as it's like going up and down the tradeway. He's there to offer security inside Waterdeep to make sure that Farrell doesn't get in trouble. But he seems to stay out of most of what's happening. He has warned you that it seems like the tower is a dangerous place. That it seems like the reason that the cultists here rotate out a lot when they attend to Farrell is because some of them don't come back from the tower. So take that what you will, whether it's because they're no longer alive or because they've been tasked somewhere else. But the tower seems to be dangerous, and he's not willing. He's not like excited to go there. But if you're paying him, he's a mercenary. You're offering to heal him and pay him and let him go. So not kill him. That's something.
I want to ask him though a question if that's okay. Uh, like, is there a way for them to recognize each other? Is it like a specific like uh I don't know emblem or like a crest or like letter, clothing, anything?
I In the last year or so, there's been several visitors, both to Farrell and I assume Vialis, and I assume to the tower. As far as recognizing each other, I don't know. They have a close knit group. Farrell only communicates with a few that I've seen here and there, and they seem to be safe enough. But these these nobodies, and again he points to the dead body at the ground, they come and go all the time. Some of them are here for a couple days or a couple weeks, and then I never see them again. So I don't know how they recognize each other, and I never really thought about it. It's hard to miss me. I'm in full armor most of the time, and the few of us that they pay better, we know each other. But as far as anyone
No
else,
secret handshake.
Can I check the bodies of the cultists while Alark is talking?
sure. What are you checking for?
See if there's anything of note, like coin, obviously, because she likes money, but also like the things that Alark's asking about, like if there's like some kind of brooch or emblem or something that may indicate what cult this is.
Nothing at all. In fact, the only weapon that the guy is carrying is like a dagger, and it's almost like a. I wouldn't really call it a ceremonial dagger. It's just a cheap metal steel dagger. It doesn't look like it's made for much of anything. He does have like spell casting components on him. Obviously, you've seen him cast spells, so he's able to do that. So he has a pouch of various ingredients, but there's no indication other than the robe that he's wearing, and that doesn't even have any significance to it. It's just a robe.
Okay. Well, I'll toss the pouch of ingredients to Cole then.
I
Sure.
catch.
Perfect.
Alright. I think we could use this like a Lark will try to like get close to Kiara and maybe whisper that we could use him. He could actually maybe get us to some camps later or something. Since they don't have any identification, if this guy says that we're friends, they might actually like believe us or something.
That's doubtful considering we just attacked Varel. But I'm down to give him 25 gold right now and heal him with a healing potion and then give him the other 25 gold once we're done.
Yeah, like that.
Kit, what if we like take these dead guys' clothes and put them on, and yeah.
I was I was gonna say, let's just put them all inside the house since I don't think the feral is gonna come in at any time soon and just use prestidigitate and just clean the farm because I don't want any villager to be seeing what we did.
Yeah.
You've definitely raised a fuss. Let's just say that.
Oh
Uh-oh.
shit.
This
Time to
Oh,
clean up.
this poor little lady who was baking an apple pie earlier is really concerned about what's going on in her front yard.
Oh.
maybe we should
Um,
just go to the tower before we have a group of villagers come up.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So it seems okay. So what is the plan here? You guys are healing the veteran. How are you healing the veteran?
I can give a potion or two.
Okay.
I could do
Um,
Song of Rest.
huh?
I could do Song of Rest. It gives
Is
us
that
a short rest, basically.
is that like a spell?
Yeah. It's basically like a short rest
Well, let me
thing.
just go ahead and use potions, so that way if you need to save that for something else, I don't want you to use up your spell slots.
Okay.
Which bard school
So,
college are you, Bernadette? Are you swords?
Yeah.
Okay.
so if I do, let's say 2 common health potions, what is that? Is that 2d4?
2d4 plus, well, 4 in this case.
Okay. 1, 2,
No, I'm
3,
sorry. 2d4 plus 2 is a basic, so it'd be 4d4 plus 4 would be 2 common healing potions.
4d4 plus 4.
Yes.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ciao. 14.
Okay, so he
Damn.
recovers 14 health. He's a little less than half healthy at the moment.
Okay. And then I will give him 1 greater potion.
Okay, so that's also
What?
44 plus 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ciao. 16.
Okay. He is about 2/3 full.
All right, that's all I got. Anyone else?
Let me see. Oh, I'm not even logged in roll 20. Oops. I think I do have a common health potion.
Okay.
Let
2d4
me
plus
double.
2.
Let me just double check. Logging in right now. Just like a minute.
I'm sure you have some. You can deduct it in a second.
Yeah,
Just
I
roll the
do.
healing for now.
Okay.
If you're only using one, then yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. 2 plus 2. Roll. 5.
Okay. So he, yeah, he's still 17 health points short.
Give me a second.
If you take an hour, we'll say that he can rest. If Cole wants to use Song of Rest, we'll say that he can get the rest of his health points back. It's up to you guys, but it'll take an hour.
I don't think maybe an hour would be enough for, like, I don't know, if someone noticed, they might tell someone and someone tell someone else, and then we're
And
gonna
people have
get
already
the
noticed.
hmm?
People have already noticed.
Yeah, but I mean in terms of like
I mean, Kyle's taking damage. Kiara's taking damage. Both of them can use a short rest. Can use hit
Yeah.
die.
yeah,
And then Song of
Like,
actually
Rest will add a d6 to both of those. Everyone gets a hex or d6. And then I'll just call the veteran fully healed, and you guys can take the
it,
all right, short rest
it
sounds good.
yeah, short rest then.
okay. But the just I want to be clear really quick. Is the plan to short rest and go directly to the tower, or are you trying to do other things?
Tower,
Direct
my vote.
tower directly.
Okay, Cole, rough.
Bark. Is that Bella?
Yeah. Yeah.
So tower
Yeah.
and Kyle.
Tower.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll say that you guys can, let's go ahead and roll for your short rest then. If anybody's using hit die, go ahead and roll your hit die for health.
I'm just gonna recover my spell slot real quick.
Yep. For hex.
I'm gonna use 2 hit die.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those. And then you can also add a d6 to it because of Cole's Song of Rest.
Oh, okay.
Damn. All out here singing the song of God.
I get 13 back.
Okay.
Are you singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
I guess technically, did you
Yeah.
roll? Did you all roll the d6 already?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just asking. Kyle, did you already do it?
Wait, I'm at D10, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or am I D8?
Why? I think Rangers are d10s. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are
I
you?
rolled D8s instead of D10s.
Okay. Then just add one to each, because I think the difference between a d8 and a d10 is just one. So add two and gain 2 health back. 2 more
Oh,
health.
okay.
That way you don't have to re-roll.
Okay.
Cole, go ahead and roll the d6 for both you and Kyle, in case you haven't already. Okay, so Kyle and Cole can. Well, Cole hasn't lost any health, have you?
No, I don't know why I rolled.
No, that's fine. Kyle can regain 3 more health points from Cole's Song of Rest.
I'm full.
Okay, perfect. So everybody's got their health back. It's been roughly an hour. Alaric has regained his spells. Um, and the veteran is free to go. Alaric, I don't care what. Are you guys going to split the cost? We're going to say 25 gold pieces for right now to the veteran. Are you guys splitting it, or is one of you fronting it?
I'll pay it all, but half half.
Yeah. Okay. So 25 gold pieces for now. The veteran is going to go ahead. I assume you're removing the hex from him, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The veteran will go off and stash it away into a little place in the barn and then come back out. He'll be fully armed, so he has somebody can open up the veteran, or I'll just post it. It's not a big deal.
I'm
Alaric,
thinking.
go ahead.
Huh? I was saying I'm thinking just tap him on the shoulder to remove the hex.
Yeah, that's fine. Alaric, since you're paying for him, you can control the veteran going forward. It'll be your responsibility. So that's his
Hell yeah.
that's his slot. Essentially, he has a long sword, a short sword, and a heavy crossbow. He can make 2 long sword attacks. If he has the short sword drawn, it can also make a short sword attack. So the long sword is versatile. He can wield it in both hands or one, or you can do the 3 attacks essentially with the short sword. It's up to you, but that's essentially how it goes. So yeah, that's what he's got. Now here's the thing. It is 3:16. The fact of the matter is that it's taken a little longer than I thought it would. We are not going to be able to finish today. However, it's really up to you. We can keep going and get as far in, and then next week will probably be shorter because you'll be halfway through the tower potentially. Or we can call it here and just knock out all of the tower in the next session. There will be a little bit, regardless of what happens, whether we keep going right now or later, something will come up. Obviously, the villagers have been notified. There's been a fight in the middle to the north of town, but it's up to you guys what you want to do. So really quickly, I just need everybody to, we'll go in talking order again, just vote, keep going or finish next week. So like I said, we're not finishing this week. It's not possible. So it's either just like whether you want to get halfway through today and then finish the second half next time, or whether you want to try to do a full session next week and get it going and do all of it at once. So Alaric, pause or push.
Let's say pause.
Okay, Cole.
I'm fine with either or.
That doesn't help me.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm indecisive.
Oh,
I guess
this is good practice.
Going.
Okay, so push. Kiara.
Pause.
Okay, and Kyle.
Pause.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll pause for this week. We'll be we'll end for now. When we get back, you guys will have a brief interaction with some of the villagers, and then you'll be able to go all on your way to the tower, barring any obstructions. I shouldn't be anything that stops you, unless you want to murder a whole village. But
Nah. That's brutal. Are we pulling up a Baldur's Gate? Kill everything at sight?
but that's where we are.
That's
So yeah, just murder everything. Straight up dark urge. That's a different
Dark
campaign.
Urge. Oh my god.
I've only run like one evil campaign. I don't even know. I would not. I don't think I'd be good at it. I just feel bad the whole time.
Yeah, same.
I always say that, oh my god, I like evil characters. In the end, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I just cannot.
Yeah. But that is going to be it for today then. Does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns before we call it?
No, I just want to say sorry for pausing too much and going AFK.
Hopefully your computer's all good to go. It happens. I'm glad you were able to be here when you can. Just it's one of those things. From now on, if people aren't available, we're just gonna skip their turn. That's just how it's going. I'm not gonna try to guess around like what a person would do. I'm not gonna make somebody force it to play. If somebody's not there for the day, then obviously we'll play the character out as if they were. But if you're not available and you have to step away from the computer, and that's any of us except me because I have to be here. Sorry. But we'll just pretend the character. I don't know. Something happened. God smote them.
Fair
They
enough. I
come.
don't mind that.
Yeah. So but yeah, I'm glad. Hopefully your computer's all fixed and good to go, and we'll be.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm
Can we
already
get,
exhausted.
What's
can
up,
we
Mel?
get the dead bodies out off the ground and maybe hidden?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you have an hour of all that rest, so whatever you wanted to do in the hour, you can do that. Yeah. If you're
I
trying.
would like to clean up the blood and all the
I could do
nastiness.
prestidigitate.
Okay,
Prestidigitate.
Okay.
cool.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. The veteran
I
body.
could do that.
Yeah, the veteran body and the cult body are. You can drag them into the barn. You can put them somewhere else. It doesn't really matter for now, but yeah, you can do your best to tidy up as much as possible. Um, there's a couple of arrow
May I?
holes and places and eldritch blast holes in the ground and maybe in the stable back here, but other than that, yeah, that's fine. Everything can be somewhat cleaned up.
Thank
May
you.
I say something?
Sure.
While Alark dragging the bodies, just remembers Emmy when she just does the decay thing and
Mm-hmm.
everything turns to flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had to do that in a while. Haven't had to
Sad
carry a
moment.
haven't had to carry a body
Yeah.
in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So perfect. Anything else?
No. Thank you for the
Um,
session.
Of course. I'll stick around in the Discord like always, but I'm gonna end the stream and then I'll be back if anybody needs anything. Other than that, I love you guys and
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Yeah, everyone.
Alrighty, that is it. We are going to call it for today. This part took a little longer than I thought, which is fine. It happens. No, I'm not playing Throne and Liberty. Go do work. I just did something for 4 hours. We are yeah, we're gonna be done for right now. We're going to be back tomorrow for Throne and Liberty at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I think tomorrow. I don't know what Brittany's plans are still. Hopefully it's hopefully I don't know. She said she's gonna be here either Thursday or Friday. I suggested Friday. So either way, if I'm on tomorrow, we'll be playing Throne and Liberty. If I'm not on tomorrow, then I'll be on Friday for Throne and Liberty. And we'll be doing some in-game stuff. So I plan to put another, like, at least half a week. Well, a week, I guess. I at least plan on playing Throne and Liberty until next Tuesday. This weekend, we'll be playing and finishing The Evil Within, hopefully on Sunday. We'll be doing some late game stuff with Throne and Liberty at least Monday, Tuesday. We'll probably continue on Thursday, Friday, just so we can finish up some more late game stuff, because there seems to be a lot of it. And it seems like there's going to be a lot of grinding. So I'd like to have at least like mid-game gear by the time I call it. That way, if I ever need to, if I ever decide to go push some more or something like that, do some more grinding, at least I'll be ready for it. And plus that means, Anthony gets a little bit more for his channel points, which is kind of the point. I feel bad playing an MMO for only 3 weeks. But that's just kind of how it goes. I'll be calling Carrie this afternoon to talk to her about what the plan with the girls will be. See if she even wants them to watch the stream. If that's something she's interested in, then we'll probably be doing some various stuff until December. We'll probably just be messing around with various games. I have a big backlog, so it's not like I'm going to be short of things to play. But then we'll be doing Kingdom Hearts in December instead of November, because I think, if I remember correctly, that they take their winter break from like December to middle of January. They don't do a summer vacation because they're all homeschooled. So that means they'll be able to watch. But we'll see what Carrie says this afternoon and kind of go from there. But it's kind of filling you guys in. But that is it for me. I think it's Wednesday. Kyle's out here. Go watch Kyle tonight. He'll probably be streaming. I think he's done with Baldur's Gate 2 for now. He said that there's Mech Warriors that got the update, and then there's some other spooky games that he's going to play. So I'll be there tonight. Fingers crossed to hang out with him and watch him whatever he's doing. Mech Warriors is always fun. The game seems hectic, crazy. Just looks like a lot of resource management. It's absolutely nutty. And then if it's a spooky game, I'll be there with my eyes closed. Yep, 6 or 6:30 tonight. Yeah, perfect. Central Standard Time. That's usually his time to go. So, but yeah, that's it for me. I love you guys. Hope you're having a good week. I will see you either tomorrow or Friday for Throne and Liberty at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yep. Bye for now.